Okay, we got sound. Yes. I think. Wait, I think we've got sound. Yes, we've got sound. Okay, great. And the things went out too, man. So great. I'm so glad. Okay, great. So, we're pumping out the kick over there to, hey, Hoot and Howl, what's up? Let me turn my sound on, man. I just realized my sound is on. I'm not hearing my chat. Hey, look, we got the chat right here on screen now. Yay, that's cool. That's working. Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. So I am appearing over there at Destiny's on the Kick link. Let me just send a text really quick.
Your Discord isn't up.
I'm pretty sure I'm in Discord right now, bro. Andrew? I am in the Discord. I don't know why I wasn't in Cyber's room, but I am in the Discord. I'm in there now. No, it's totally up. Wait, why isn't this monitor on? That's the question we should all be asking ourselves. Holy moly. Uh-oh. I've lost a monitor, guys. And I don't know why. I wonder if the power plug came out the back. Which I guess that's possible. Oh no, there's power. The light's on. I don't know. I lost... 2 of my monitors are down. Whoa, dude. I don't know what's going on. That is really weird. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. I don't need them right now, so. Hey! Walk by Faith. He's in the Discord, yes.
I am.
So you're not Andrew Hay, are you?
No, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay, my bad.
Yep.
So I knew you as Andrew Hay before I knew you as Andrew Hay on the chat, bro. When I asked you who you were, you're like from Twitter.
Yeah. I have both Facebook and Twitter, so I'm on.
Awesome. Okay, welcome to the show. So, I did a show not too long ago. I covered something that Thunderfoot had said, and it's really interesting because it's almost unbelievable. He says, from now on, everybody who's alive, the last 10 years will always be the hottest 10 years on record, and that's never going to change. And I thought about that, and I'm like, it's going to be hotter than the last 10 years. It's going to be hotter. It's only getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I was like, that's pretty hyperbolic, especially with Donald Trump's whole, oh, it's a Chinese hoax. The atmosphere warms and it cools, right? And people actually subscribe to that bullshit. Well, once again, I give you an article in my lame-ass paper that rarely reports on anything really pressing. Warmest May on record for Atlantic. So it is happening exactly as Thunderfoot said. And everyone should be paying attention to that and understand what that means. More hurricanes, more acidification in the ocean, more migrating sea life, and one of the worst things, more red tides and more algae, man, coming in. And a lot of people aren't even thinking about this stuff right now. It's okay. I don't like to spend too much time on it because I know it turns people off. They don't want to talk about their own demise. It's kind of depressing. But at the same time, I want my audience to at least know what's coming down the pike. You know, and I don't want to sit here and act like I didn't hear about that and I'm not going to tell you about it because I know none of you get this newspaper. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong section. None of you get this newspaper except for me. So, how many of you are going to see this article? Warmest May on record in the Atlantic. You know? And meanwhile, over there at Destiny's, they're talking about China and Taiwan.
101.
Oh, you mean our buddies, China?
This year, son.
Our buddies. Oh, we're talking. We're at odds. That's our buddies. Hey, I'm at odds with some of my friends sometimes too, but it doesn't mean we're not buddies. Right? We're picking the wrong side here, I'm afraid. You know, we're trying to talk to people who will not do anything when we talk to them.
Hill. India is gonna fix the China problem.
I also saw Cornel West being interviewed by Craig Pasta Shardula on Twitter, and I got to tell you, Craig just totally throws it all out there, man. I was like, is he going to mention that he's an election expert? And he did. And I could just feel Cornel West's eyes rolling, you know, subconsciously, but not actually doing it. But I knew what was going on inside the brain.
Good morning.
Yay, Steve. Oh man. So yeah, China is evil. And, you know, Cyber Reload's come in here plenty of times and given me plenty of examples. You know,
Enoch Emmanuel
they're just
Torres.
as evil as any other.
Do they reuse their own oil from their sewage oil?
They reuse their own oil. Hey, Enoch, do they reuse their own oil from their sewage oil? I don't know. You're talking about China? I've seen what they take oil that they dump out in the street and cook. Dude, I don't even want to talk about it because you know, you hear a lot of stuff, and the problem with most of the stuff that you hear, it's all true. You know. Come to find out, it was true.
Good morning, pal.
They really are that evil and messed up, but so are we. You know, and that was one of the things I was really enjoying about the Craig Pasta interview with Dr. Cornel West. And I mentioned Dr. Cornel West. I did a $5 super chat for Destiny, and I was like, hey man, would you bring up a Cornel West interview? And he just totally ignored me. He ignored the super chat. I didn't even hear him read it or say it. Maybe he did and I just didn't hear it, which is possible. But I was surprised that he doesn't want to just look into what Cornel West has to offer while he's sitting there platforming RFK Jr., you know, so we can all make fun of his anti-vax stance. You know, the guy's a moron. Oh, yeah, autism and all that. I'm like, why are we platforming this guy? We could be listening to Dr. Cornel West, who I only agree with on like 2 things. Whereas RFK Jr., he's just a moron. And listen, I think Cornel West believes in God. And I think that's a problem. I think no leader should believe in a man in the sky that controls things. That's a problem, man. You know, when I hear that Joe Biden is a Catholic, you know, that he believes in all the scriptures or whatever, it scares the hell out of me. You know, people like that are volatile. You don't know what they're capable of. You'll believe that there's some God, that it's your God, right? I didn't have to get into this. It's psychotic. Why not their God? Why is their God better than your God? What about the other gods? What about that God? What about this God? What about the other 2,000 gods? What about all the gods that existed before your God even existed?
Good morning at
You know, there were other gods. Your God was never, there was never like one whole God. And then all of a sudden, you know, the Christians came along and said, no, there's just one God. Oh, really? Because the sun God existed way before that. People believed in that shit a long time ago. How the hell are we supposed to trust people that believe in fantasy?
I'm not sure about the oil thing, but I do know that India is paying off poorer countries' debts so that China doesn't have influence in places to set up military
Let's talk about
bases.
poor people trying to vote. You want poor people to vote. That's why you have, you know, universal voting programs. You let everybody come in and vote, so you let poor people vote. You want to keep poor people from voting? You require voter ID.
Waiting to fall on his ass
and when you require voter ID, that gets out a whole bunch of people that don't have money to go spend on IDs, get in a car, drive somewhere, and go get that ID. So you're cutting out the poor people from voting, Craig Pasta Jardulo. Just remember that. When you're preaching your voter ID because it works so good in Cuba or whatever backwoods country you fucking went to and saw that they were making people pay to vote, which is psychotic. Yeah, you can't vote unless you pay. Rich. Only rich people get a voice? doesn't seem fair, Craig. I think when Dr. Cornel West started pushing back on that, he didn't quite push back hard enough. But I'd push you right off the cliff. You know, you got to let everybody vote, and you don't want to limit mail-in voting. You don't want to limit voting boxes and all the things that get more people to vote. You're just scared that your precious Republicans are going to get beat again by the masses that hate them.
Also, felons should be allowed to.
Felons should be allowed to vote? I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think felons should be allowed to vote.
So should prisoners, TBH.
I agree.
Bonsai House.
I agree with that.
Morning.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like they're really going to sway the vote. It's not like there's so many prisoners. And how many of them would choose to actually vote? And wouldn't they just kind of cancel each other out at the diversity of their votes? Probably wouldn't even make much of a difference. Hey, Billy, how's it going, buddy? Good morning. So, I brought up the kick. I wonder if anybody's in there. Just came over, Keith. It might be an IQ. What'd you say? ICUE. I don't know, which is a Corsair program. Bum 9000. I don't know what you're talking about. An IQ? What? But thank you for coming over to Kick.
Bonsai House. A dude at farmer's market said to use horse shit on my strawberries. Did not work at all. Whipped cream is better. Andrew Hay. Joe DS a beer.
Oh, you're funny, Billy. Yeah, I choose not to use horse shit as a fertilizer only because I don't like the smell.
CJ
And you know, earthworm castings work just as good, if not better,
prison reform
and they don't have the smell.
Etc.
So I always tell people, don't use horse manure. Don't use any manure that has a bad odor to it that's going to keep you out of that garden. You know, more unless you love the smell of horse manure. Some people do. I think some people are stupid. You know, what can I do about it? Definitely vote for whoever is pushing prison reform.
Democrats don't even have a decent candidate to run this year. Is there really not going to be a debate?
Well, there's people who are left that are going to be running. So look at Cornel West and the Green Party, Enoch. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know why Destiny isn't interested in talking about Dr. Cornel West. Really weird that he ignored that chat. So I'll talk about it. I don't care. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about Dr. Cornel West. I'll show you the Craig Postavart. Now, I don't like Craig that much. I mean, as a person, yes, I like him. But I don't like where he stands on most of his issues. Socially, politically, he's wrong on almost everything. He gets a lot of shit wrong.
Okay.
He makes shit up. You know? But at the same time, it's a really good...
Wants Biden again.
It's a really good interview. Des, D-E-S... wants Biden again.
CJ Hill.
Don't understand him on
Don't
that.
understand him on that.
Don't understand. Who's Des? Oh, Destiny. Destiny wants Biden again? Well, he's picking the lesser of two evils. That's what Destiny's doing, and I totally get that. That's a very common sense thing to do. It comes down to who you feel is healthier overall, Biden or Trump. Trump brought so much hate into our country. Those of you that don't see that, you're never going to understand why Biden is the lesser of two evils. But he really is, from the perspective of human rights, from the perspective of treating people with a little bit more fairness, and not being so acidic towards people with different color skin than you, immigrants, you know, Muslims, African Americans. It doesn't matter. There's my African American friend over there. That was really nice. That was so presidential. So I totally understand where Destiny's coming from. I support him, actually, and my mother in their selecting one over the other. They're better people than me because I definitely can't do that.
Hill. Did you watch that panel he was on recently about the primary and how another Democrat should or shouldn't run against?
Did you watch that panel Destiny was on and how another Democrat shouldn't run or run against? Well, because, okay, Destiny makes total sense, guys. Biden is the incumbent. He's got the best chance of winning again, okay? Destiny understands that. You're not giving Destiny the credit that he deserves, I
Manuel
think.
Torres. Inflation is so damn high, he's doing a poor job, bro. Anyone
I mean,
but
are you
Sleepy
telling
Joe.
me Destiny should support somebody who's not going to win so that we get Trump? Or that we get Ron DeSantis? Or that we get Nikki Haley? Or that we get Tim Scott? Right? Or we get a Republican? You guys, a lot of you don't understand the social implications of getting another Republican in there. You don't care. You don't think about it. You don't look at it. I get it. That's why you're going to question Destiny's choice. Look, man, I'm not going to do what Destiny's doing. I'm not going to vote for Biden. But I'm glad that more people voted for Biden than voted for Donald Trump. Absolutely. He's fucking corrupt, dude. If you don't see Donald Trump's corruption, you're corrupt. You're fucking corrupt. Your brain is corrupt. If you can't see Donald Trump's corruption.
I said the panel was about should or shouldn't.
Should or shouldn't? He's supporting the one who he feels has the best opportunity to win. That's a very common sense way of looking at this, CJ. I don't understand why you're making me explain this all over again to you. I just explained the whole thing. Well, I don't understand. What part of what Destiny said don't you understand? He's picking the lesser of two evils, like my mother is. You know, she fucking hates Republicans. I hate fucking Republicans. You know, listen to fucking Craig. He doesn't even call himself a Republican. He sounds like one, and I fucking can't stand his mouth. You know?
Hill. No, I'm asking, did you watch the panel he was on about this topic? CJ Hill. LOL.
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. I thought that was pretty obvious that I didn't see it.
Cannabis. Good morning, Mom. Cheers, nay.
Cheers, Randy. So, I mean, I was listening to Craig Pasta, and he was talking about how he went to a Kari Lake event. Because he's reaching out to Republicans, he claims. Those of you who know who Kari Lake is, you know that she's like a Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a psycho election denier. All right, she is a psychotic election denier, and she ran for, you know, the governor or representative or whatever, and she lost, luckily. But if she's doing campaigning events, it looks like she's going to be running again, or she's campaigning for Trump or whatever. I don't know. My point is, just showing up to one of those events, Craig, man, dude, you just out yourself so bad. You went to a Kari Lake
Hill.
event.
Well, he made pretty eat points in it that shifted my position on it, because it would be terrible if any of the two Republicans got in. Biden vs. Trump is the easiest W for Biden.
Yes.
CJ Hill. I was eating with you, LOL.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with Destiny's point of view, but I'm not going as far as to go vote for Joe Biden. That man can go jump off a fucking cliff as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to vote for him. He's a piece of human garbage. And if they wanted me to support them, they would have put Bernie Sanders in there. And they'd have my support. Oh, I'd be screaming for the Democrats if they had supported Bernie Sanders.
LOL, that was too funny.
What was too funny? John, what was so funny? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Anyhow, went over to Destiny's this morning, said hello in the chat. You know, I accept whatever it is I get over there, whatever. I really do appreciate the extra viewers they bring me. And they were like, yo, Nay,
Bill,
what do you think about...
curious of your opinion
How do-
if Biden died or something while in office. How do you feel about Kamala?
Oh, Kamala's a dumb
John
cunt.
Combs.
Kamala's a dumb...
Him saying Biden will win.
Yeah. Oh. No, I think Biden will win. Yeah, I think Biden's going to win. If it's Trump-Biden, I think Biden's going to win. But, you know, Kamala Harris is a dumb cunt. She shouldn't be vice president. She should be in prison for keeping innocent people locked up in prison. And why the fuck she's not being charged for that, I don't know. You know, how Ron DeSantis hasn't been charged with human trafficking yet, I don't know. He's guilty of it. He did it. Him and all of his cronies did it. They wrote legislation so they could human traffic. Why are they not being charged with human trafficking? Who's the person that's supposed to see that and go, oh, okay, I'm the oversight on the governor of the state of Florida. Okay, he just human trafficked. Wow, we better press some charges against him. Who's that person and why aren't they doing their fucking job? We have no oversight anymore, man. Not on the president, not on the governors. Look what Abbott does. You know? They keep putting their own people into positions that will approve their legislation. What kind of a system is that? We really want our leaders to have absolute power over us? You know, Trump supporters do. Trump supporters support Trump 100%. And whatever he says, they will do. If he goes out and tells them to put bleach in their whatevers, they'll go do it. They're that dumb.
I totally AE with you, bro. System is Ed.
You want a president who suggested we put bleach in our bodies and... That's the president you want? The one who says climate change is a Chinese hoax.
In cars.
Climate change is a Chinese hoax. But it's the warmest May on record. I don't know why it's not cooling. He said it was going to cool. He says it warms. Yeah, it does warm. He was right about that part. Where's the cooling part, Trump? Where's the cooling part? Oh, that's right. While we're humans, that's never going to happen. And it doesn't matter whether we're green or anything. Oil, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is we do, we produce CO2. So, it's getting hotter.
Hill.
Let me know when it starts cooling down. Let me know when it starts cooling.
Imo.
But because of the Chinese hoax. It's a hoax, Chinese hoax. It's going to start cooling soon, I'm sure. You know, wait for winter next April. You know, it'll start cooling next April in winter. Right? Am I right? Monster supplements. Oh, God. Hey, here's a supplement, okay, everybody? Here's a supplement for you. All right? See this? Here are your supplements. They're called sets, not supplements. They're called sets. Do them. Do some sets. Fuck the supplements. God, I hate every time I see that shit. Total has a Alex Jones fucking...
On Welder.
Alex Jones ring to it. Oh, my God. You know, I only snort half a supplement in the morning because they're so ultra potent. And after I snort half an ultra potent supplement, I am ready to go working out all morning. And then I'm in the bathroom, I'm renovating because I only snorted half a line of ultra potent Superman Vitality because it's ultra potent.
If he knew what was going on these days.
Bernie Sanders would be turning over in his grave. You're funny. Oh, win it, you're hilarious. Definitely colder today than usual, Lee. Woke up 40 degrees. Feels like 37 usually. Lows in June is 55.
On Welder.
Good for you.
Fetterman wearing a hoodie and gym shorts when
I wish
introducing
anecdote
Biden
worked
LOL.
all around the globe, bro, but
John
it doesn't,
Combs.
you know? I wish we
don't
could all
know
have
why folks are
anecdotal
getting
fucking
so uptight
global
because
temperatures.
Our voices don't matter, they will do what they want. Bonsai house. I get agitated at our room with CO2 tanks. W produce more than enough for the plants with our ass and lungs.
With our
No
ass.
need to open a tank full blast into your air.
That's the Jack Black method of CO2 in your plants. All right. How's it going over there with the chat on Kick with XQC? I wonder, did they fix that, you guys? Did you guys know if they fixed XQC's chat in Kick? That was just, it was shocking. It was so shocking. It's almost like it's like someone said, a hive mentality. How do they all fucking hop on that? It is so weird. Bunch of bees that get a goddamn signal in the air because the wings are flapping a certain way or whatever it is. And they all just start spamming a face, spamming a face, spamming a... I've got nothing else to do to XQC's live stream than this. I'm just going to spam a face, spam a face, spam a face, spam a face. That's your life.
Orbiter.
That's your fucking life? Really, XQC audience? Really, 80,000 of you, all you can do is spam a face, spam a face, spam a face, spam a face. What did that exactly accomplish? I'm just wondering. Was that what you did all night? You sat there while he was playing a video game and spammed a face? What the fuck is that? You guys are fucking losers, man. You're fucking losers. That's what you did with your time that night. I'm going to spam a face on XQC's live stream. Look at me. Oh, look at me. 80,000 people. I'm going to spam a face, spam a face, spam a... Oh, I feel like I've actually contributed to this fucking live stream now. I spammed a face. Oh, what? If I could collectively spit on about 75,000 of them, I would. And that would make me fucking happy. Fucking face spammers. It doesn't even make sense. What's the point? You know, do you like the guy? Do you hate the guy? Do you want to talk to him? Are you interested in anything he has to say? Why are you watching him? Why are you there if you're just spamming a fucking face? Can anybody explain that to me? Anybody. On any chat, anywhere. What was that? Why don't I understand kids today? You know, what the fuck?
Hill. Trolls.
Trolls? To accomplish what? By spamming a face? How is that trolling anything? It doesn't even make
That's
sense.
the only attention they can get. Seamer cannabis. Indoctrination.
Dude, if they would stop spamming him and they would just start typing to him, he'd be able to read their chats. It doesn't make sense. It's like they're self-defeating,
CJ
man.
Hill. They're lit NPCS.
I don't know what that means. And what's NPCS? Not... What? I don't know NPCS. Oh, what's going on with Ukraine's hilarious. You guys see what's going on with Ukraine? Oh, God. We spent $1/10 trillion on this war. Look at this one.
The cake.
Look at this.
I
Look
thought
at this.
millennials were
This is
supposed
great,
to be
huh?
the worst.
Report. Both sides. Loss is high, right? Now, are you ready for this one? Get ready for it. Here it comes. Get ready. Russia and Ukraine are suffering high numbers of military casualties as Ukraine fights to dislodge the Kremlin's forces from occupied areas in early stages of its counteroffensive. Are you ready? British officials said. British! You know, because the British really know what's going on between Russia and Ukraine. They're intelligence masters, and they've got British people all over the ground there, so they all know what's going on, right? Are you ready for the next sentence? This is the catch. This is the one. Russian losses are probably...
I heard Russian had a 1/4 or so of their tanks stolen from Ukraine.
Wait, you're talking over me. You're talking over me, Hoot and Howl. You didn't let me finish, Hoot and Howl. You didn't let me finish, Hoot and Howl. You're talking over me. Russian losses... God damn it. Dude, let me finish.
What official? Harry?
Right, let me finish, guys. Please, let me finish this. Jeez. Russian losses...
Cannabis. Fake news.
Dude, let me finish, man. Russian losses are probably at their highest level since the peak of the battle for Bakhmut in March. Once again, I'll read you that sentence again, and I'm going to stop on that one word. Russian losses are probably... Really? Is that science? Officials said. UK military officials said probably. So that gives a little leeway, doesn't it? Gives a little wriggle room in there, doesn't it? Isn't that hilarious? Probably. Huh. So you don't know. So Russian losses could be or maybe not be at their highest ever. We don't know, so we use the word probably because we have no data. But I digress. It makes the fucking front page of the Orlando Sentinel.
Probably fake news, LOL.
Probably fake news. Anytime you see it, and you guys need to look out for this bullshit reporting. That's not reporting, that's an opinion piece. Probably. Are you know.
Guy. Hashtag wriggle room.
And the UK is reporting on it. Oh, the UK, the experts in the Ukraine war, the UK. You know, because they're so up in it. Hilarious. And that's where we're getting our information from. Not the Ukrainians, not the Russians, but from the English. Probably. Anyway, that's not my point. My point is, we've sent over $1/10 of $1 trillion over there, and we're not doing shit. This should have said, Russia surrenders. We've destroyed all of their troops, and Russia surrenders. That's what that article should say. It's not going to say that. Why? Because Russia's better than us. Deal with it. Cope. They're better. Why? They took that land. It's theirs now. We want it back. We can't get it back for Ukraine. So who's better? Oh, well, possession's 9/10 of the law. Looks like Russia's better than America. And boy, oh boy, what Craig Pasta and Dr. Cornel West were talking about around Ukraine was really good too. We really should watch the whole interview. When it says fuck the English. Well, I don't say fuck the English, but, you know, fuck the Daily Mail and fuck all the liars that call themselves journalists over there. Oh, and fuck the government that says you can't criticize the Queen. Hey, you know what? Fuck the Queen. I'm glad she's dead. I'm glad that stupid fucking cunt's dead. So glad. Fuck that bitch. Fuck you. Fuck the UK. I mean, not fuck you, but I mean fuck you. Like, general fuck you. That wasn't directed at my audience. I want you to know that. So I've been doing these massively large dabs because I'm stupid. I generally don't dab this big. I want you guys to know that. But you know, when you're in, when you've got it, smoke it. That's what I say.
I don't believe nothing any of them say. CJ Hill. Crooked inbred Brits.
Oh, come on, guys. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. I don't hate the English, but I hate
Trendy
fucking liars.
Yum.
You know, and
Cheers.
that whoever that Englishman is, he's a fucking liar. Whoever that dude is. Oh, they probably
Winnie
so.
Puncha.
Really? What are the numbers?
I only believe what I see with my own eyes.
Exactly. Where's your data? What's the science that backs up your statement there, Mr. Probably? Mr. Probably. Is that science? I love saying that after I hear words like that. Is that science?
All that royal crap is stupid and evil.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes, John. So funny, dude. I couldn't even get the sentence out. You guys were all over that shit. So since cannabis is so addicting, I'm smoking at 10 o'clock this morning for the first time. Did my workout. Did some leg lifts, some knee ups to my chest on a pull-up bar. 150 push-ups, 30 arm curls, and I did some tricep work behind my back, which was good.
Imagine the hellhole this country would be in if we didn't revolt against those pesky tea drinkers.
You guys are funny.
Sean the Orca Guy.
Hey, Sean.
The monarchy is built on horrible evil practices that must be exposed so future generations don't repeat same evil practices.
Right.
CJ Hill. Hashtag can y'all link me that study? Bonsai House. Donald Trump
Michael
Jr.
Jackson's
just said
alive.
Michael Jackson is alive.
Oh my God, he's crazy.
He said he
Okay.
knows it's him cause he used
Cheers.
to spend
Cheers.
the HT at MJ's house. Did you catch that last part? Win it Muncha. Meghan Markle in the chat.
Oh my God.
Cannabis. Cheers Trendy Osh Dabbers NLRC at Nay's Garden cheers.
Cheers, Randy. Ooh. All right.
House. So Trump sent his kid home with Michael Jackson. Ha 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 what the feck.
I don't know.
Stephen running. Cheers.
I don't know, but that's crazy. That's weird.
Sean the Orca Guy. Truth must prevail, all hail Trendy Nay, the true king of truth.
The true king of truth. I'm the true king of, I just did a big dab and I need to cool down right now. Full body sweat.
Yeah, get drunk and down a bunch of pills, but cannabis is evil. What a bunch of dummies.
Right, John Combs? That was really well said. Exactly. Yeah, all the people that use alcohol look down on the cannabis community. Really? I can't wait till your liver explodes. Idiots. You guys want to touch on anything that we've covered up until now? Feel free to bring it up.
Orca Guy. Love those body sweats, Nay.
I know, man. Wow. I just want to say thank you to those of you that came over from Destiny's that are watching on Kick right now. I know there's not a lot of you that support this show, but I really... Hey, man, there's nothing else to watch, and you guys like this. Thank you. Thank
Orca
you so
Guy.
much.
Talk about feeling very manly, lol.
You know, the thing you will get from me that you won't get from too many Destiny orbiters is I will literally call Destiny out on his bullshit. I'm not afraid to do it. Because I call everybody out on their bullshit. So, if that's cool with you, you're going to love this show, man, because nobody puts anything over on me. You know, the fact that Destiny is supporting Joe Biden, I understand it, man. You know, I wouldn't do it myself, but I understand where he's coming from. I think it's a mistake to support somebody who's raped a person. He touches and smells children. He whispers in the mic like a creep. He puts his hands on women and moves them around and touches them in weird ways. You want that man to be the leader, Destiny? I get it. Trump is worse. Trump is worse than that. But I can't vote for a guy who's a fucking rapist, who's a child sniffer, who's a fucking old, decrepit, crumbling, demented.
Bill,
sorry, Dad, but
I would pay to
this
see
guy's
you yell
fucking
at Steven,
demented too.
LOL.
You'd pay to see me yell at Steve? CJ Hill? Bro, dude, you've been watching me for a long time. How do you know about Destiny? You've known about Destiny too, or did you learn about Destiny from me?
Hill.
I've got nothing really to say
Would
to
be
Destiny.
gold.
Dude, I don't want to yell at Destiny, man. Destiny's great. Just because him and I disagree on a couple of things, it's not reason enough for me to engage him, and he doesn't like me. He does not like me, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I wouldn't like me either. You know, some dude comes along and fucking, you know, schools me about being truthful with my audience or
Mississippi
truthful with
River is
myself or
receding.
whatever. I'm not going to
12
like him
Civil
either.
War bodies, a 19th century slave boat, and a whole island have popped up.
Wow, man. But, you know, it's a good thing the climate's not changing.
CJ Hill. I found Steven like 2 years ago.
No shit, CJ. No shit. Bro, I can't believe how long it took me to find Destiny. I'm sad because I feel like I missed out on a lot. He's done so much work that I've missed out on. Dude, I think this is dabs. Right? Yeah, totally. I got this huge dab right here, bro. Look. It's right there. See that? That's a dab. Let's do a dab, dude. You gonna do a dab, dude? You gonna do a dab, dude? You getting a dab, dude? You getting a dab, dude? Am I getting a dab? You getting a dab, dude? You're getting a dab. I'm the new dab dude. That's me. I'm the dab dude. You're getting a dab, dude. Getting a dab, dude? That's the most beautiful thing, man. There was a time where I couldn't even engage Craig Postajardula
Hill.
from the Convo
Been
Couch.
watching you since 2012.
And now I just watched a whole interview that he did with Cornel West. And I disagreed with him on a lot of stuff. And I didn't hate him over the fact that he's wrong about things. I still like him as a human being. I think Craig's a cool guy. I just think he's got it wrong, man. That election shit, you know, he was trying to get Cornel West to say that the election was rigged. And Cornel wasn't having it, bro. He's like, nah, brother, nah, my brother. I love the way he talks. No, let me tell you, Craig, my brother. I love it. Okay, no law regarding cannabis. That's what the shirt says. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers. What do you know? Holy moly. Come do a dab. Come get with me. Oh my God. Get on my level. Join me. As the sweat pours out my forehead. Oh my God.
House. I believe the aquatic UFO lights under the ocean are just cocaine submarines.
Aquatic UFO lights under the ocean. Could be buried treasure. I should super chat Destiny and be like, Destiny, do you not like me because I criticize you? There's a little baby anole, bright green, about 2 inches long, man, on the ground right there. So cute. Oh my God. He's turning brown. He's turning brown, man. He turned brown. He literally turned brown. That was so cool, man. Dude, I just watched a 2-inch baby anole go from bright green to complete brown while it jumped onto a wood chip. It was amazing to watch. That is the exact thing you want to see right after you do a dab. Holy moly. Dude, as quick as I said it, that's how long it took him to change colors. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God. Dude. Talking full body sweat off these dabs. Man, I want to call Big Jim and just be like, bro. Bro, these dabs are medicinal.
That dab hitting this morning.
That dab hitting this morning.
CJ Hill. Changing colors.
Changing colors. Color changing. What do you guys want to talk about? You guys got anything pressing? I mean, we covered a lot already.
How's your lemon seeds coming along?
Those aren't lemons, those are oranges, and they're doing beautiful, man. Thank you for asking. I'm looking at them right now. You might be able to see them from this view. Oh, there they are. I'm like, where are they? See all those cups? Maybe I should make that a little more viewable. All those cups, man. You see the little sprouts coming out? Look at them all, man. Those are from orange seeds, guys. One of my favorite orange trees in the whole world. I mean, it's full of seeds, but the orange was so sweet.
No, sorry, orange.
Yeah, orange. Aren't you glad you said orange? So, what I don't understand is, why aren't more people podcasting, man? I think more people should do it. I think people have, all those kids that are hitting faces and spamming them at XQC, I think they got something to say, you know? And a lot of those people could probably start a podcast and spout off. I think that some of the hesitation might be that they see how hard it is for some of us that are out there that are doing it and getting shut down. And they're like, I don't want to do that, dude. Look, fucking Nate's been doing it for years. He can't get any traction. What the fuck am I going to do? You know, I could see that being a problem. They need to make it... Dude, it was so easy.
You will have oranges for days.
When we started... I know. Well, I'm going to give a lot of those away as gifts. When we started podcasting, it was so easy. Cyber told me, bro, there's this thing,
Holy
YouTube.
Crap. One side of the war in Sudan are lining dump trucks with plastic, filling them with bodies, sealing the plastic, and dumping the 9 by 25 foot bags in the Nile River.
I'm like, yeah, man, YouTube's got like videos on it that I watch and shit. He's like, yeah, you can make your own channel on it. He's like, I've got my own channel on YouTube, and I can put my own content up on YouTube. I already have. I'm like, what, bro? So I immediately went, and I started my own YouTube channel. I had no idea. So I just started putting up content, and it was so simple, man. Nobody gave me a hard time. I said and did whatever I wanted to say and do. You know, there were trolls, and that was it. There were people that were like really mean and rude, but that was it. It wasn't like the service was making it hard for us. Hell, man. Bro, they gave us every opportunity. If you guys don't know this, we were able to make video responses to the largest videos on the internet, and then every day thousands of people would see our video response right underneath a giant video that everybody was watching, and then they would click on our video, and then they would come follow our channel. They took that away. They started deleting subscribers. They stopped putting up the YouTube splash screen and featuring random YouTubers instead of, the largest ones.
Hill. Those were the days.
Those were the days, CJ, exactly. Anybody could have started a channel. Today, now you need 1,000 subscribers before you could go live. I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to get subscribers if you can't go live, to draw people in? This is so stupid. And I just want to go over there and spit on them. I hate these re-engineers. They've ruined everything. They've re-engineered everything into a complete useless disaster. Now, to you, some of you might be saying, God, you sound like an old man, blah, blah, blah. XQC has this many viewers and Destiny has this many viewers.
Not
yeah,
that easy
there's
today.
a few podcasters out there that do really well. I suggest you go look at other podcasters out there who aren't doing very well that have a lot to offer you. And you'll be like, dude, I never heard of this guy. What Nay was right. There's people out here with very few viewers that are doing really good shit, and YouTube doesn't want us to see them.
Like Jimmy Kimmel should not be on the YouTube homepage.
Bro, is he really? Oh my God. Wow. That's helpful to the private podcaster, the content creator. That's really helpful. Yeah, put goddamn network content on what used to be YouTube. You was supposed to be us, about us. Now it's about Jimmy Kimmel. So yay, Kick. And while you're on Kick, man, feel free to subscribe to the channel I got.
Hill. I'm only 25 and I remember YouTube when you couldn't even get a partnership.
I've got 61 followers on Kick. I got back my 61 that I lost when I accidentally spammed out a bunch of notifications because what caused that? I can't remember what was causing that. Holy shit, does anybody remember what was causing those mass notifications on Kick? I lost like 4 subscribers, but I got them all back now. I'm back to square one, 61. So, if the 7 of you that are watching aren't subscribed yet, if you want to come over to Kick and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. What else you guys want to talk about? Moving on. Something happy. Something nice. Here's a grape. Grapes are nice. So I don't know if I told you the story, but I went over to Destiny.gg, the the chat room. It's called The Big Screen. And I just said hello, and somebody asked me a question about China and about Taiwan. They said, yo, Nay's Garden, how do you feel about Taiwan? And because of Cyber Reload, you know, I've just recently changed my whole perspective on it because now I got a lot more information from him. I said, Taiwan's a sovereign nation and China needs to fucking leave them the fuck alone. And that China's evil and that they're like Klingons. And someone like, they're more like Romulans. I was like, actually, they're like the fucking Borg. Trying to assimilate Taiwan, you know? So, people in Destiny's chat were like, yo, based, take Nay. It's about...
Kick never heard of it,
Someone
but
said,
I will try find it and help you out.
Someone said, yo, Nay, dude, it's about time someone finally made some sense around that. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Who they were listening to? Or what they're watching or what? But there's a whole bunch of them. They were all really, really nice about it, man. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm going to do a show just for y'all right now. Destiny.gg chatters are the stuff the internet is made of, folks. That's the title. I was, you know, there were other guys who were like, yo, kill yourself, hang yourself, do blah, blah. You know, whatever. I usually block those dudes because they're sad and pathetic.
Hill. Nay, you are the based god.
CJ Hill, you are so kind to me. To what do I owe such kindness? I'll tell you what, I'll be nice to the cat, okay? I'll be nice to the cat. Good kitty. There you go. Good kitty. Nice kitty. Good kitty. That was your reward. I'm being nice to the cat. The cat trolls me harder than anybody, man. 24/7. That's my little troll. Mom loves him. So I might have to switch from these dabs to some flour because I'm getting so high.
Yeah, just be nice to that ink cat, alright. He's a nice guy.
He's not a nice guy. He's not nice. I want you to know that about the cat. I want you to know that about the cat. He's not nice.
Bonsai house. In all my years, the dumbest thing I've ever seen to date is line dancing.
I've literally
What the hell is that?
I've literally had to train the cat. Have you guys ever had to train a cat? I've had to train this cat how to not jump up on my bed with his claws. You know, like he'll jump up from the floor and it'll be like rip, and you'll hear him intentionally. And he doesn't have to do that shit.
Hill.
So I had to train him.
Just made a kick just for you.
CJ Hill, thank you, bro. You gonna give me another subscriber, bro? It said 61 followers. I got not subscriber, I mean following. I got 61 follows on Kick. 62 CJ, thank you, bro.
House. Ha ha ha, yes.
Thank you.
Maybe once or twice. John Combs.
Thank you.
Cats are evil.
We were on Kick before XQC was. How about that? I had the vision.
CJ Hill.
I had the vision.
Hashtag for the based god.
Dude, stop calling me that. I like it. Stop it. It's very nice of you.
Patrick John Welder. Declawing a cat is cruelty.
Well, you know, I've had declawed cats and I've had this cat. You know, I've had cats with claws, and Harley's really good. I'm worried between him and the dog that he's going to hurt the dog. You know, with those fucking claws. But seems pretty good with the dog. You know, the dog, every once in a while they play rough together. And the cat will jump up and bite the dog on the back of his neck.
L. Destiny has to orbit you.
Destiny has to orbit me? No way, bro. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm hypercritical of him and he hates it. And I'm okay with that, bro. I'm okay with that. He's got to be him and I got to be me. We're different people. If he can't accept that, that's fine. You know? I think that's fine, man. He can keep doing what he's doing, bro. He's doing a great thing, man. He does a great thing. I have very little bad things to say about Destiny.
Orbit him, lol.
You know, I can't really. What can I say about him? What do you want me to say about him? You said you want to see me yell at Destiny about what? What's worth yelling about? And you know when I talk to people, I don't yell at them. I'm too based to ever orbit. That might be true. You might be onto something there. I'm just non-narrative, bro. I'm pro-facts and non-narrative. How can you vote for someone and not have a narrative, you know? You know, I had a narrative against Ron DeSantis, I still do, but is it based in fact? Fuck yeah, it is. Do I stick to it?
The neighbor is watering her AstroTurf.
Yes. When Ron DeSantis
Congratulations.
says something I agree
You've
with,
received 100
does something
messages
I agree
today
with,
Restream
do I
chat.
say so? Yes. Do I give him credit for it? Very, very little credit. Because he deserves none. But I'm honest about those times too, and I want everyone to realize that. You know, let's talk about that. Why is it so hard for other podcasters out there and other people out there to admit things that they see with their own eyes? It is weird. Or how...
Welder, can you please explain to me how Fetterman was elected? I heard him speak with Biden and it was so hard to watch.
Because the alternative was a Republican, Patrick John Welder, and I know you have a hard time understanding that concept. People would rather have a brain damaged by stroke Democrat, as I would, any day over a fucking Republican. Learn it, bro. You're playing on the wrong side of the fence. I'm just trying to tell you. If you don't see that, there's a reason a dude who had a stroke who can barely speak now beat a fucking Republican.
AF.
That's the kind of shit right there that Destiny understands. That's what him and I agree on. I don't know if he supports Fetterman. I don't know if Destiny supports Fetterman. But I have a feeling he would rather have a stroke-affected Democrat in that position over a fucking Republican. But you could correct me if I'm wrong.
He ran against Dr. Oz.
Need I say more? Thank you, Stephen Running, for contributing to this conversation. He ran against Dr. Oz, everybody. He beat Dr. Oz. So what if he had a stroke?
Tuna sub for lunch?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it.
Okay, thank you. Tuna sub from Mom. What? You know, the guy with the stroke beat
So either way,
Dr. Oz.
we are living in idiocracy.
And come on, you
CJ
guys,
Hill.
you want to talk about Dr. Oz?
No crust.
You want to talk about Oz's politics? I'm Dr. Oz. I'm here to tell you, women don't deserve rights. I'm a doctor, but for some reason, I don't think that women should be able to have an abortion. You know why? Because it's wrong. Because we're trying to save babies' lives here. I'm Dr. Oz. Vote for me. That's who you wanted? I'll take the guy with the stroke. How's that for fucking based? I have a feeling that Destiny would agree with me on that. I don't know where he is on women's rights. You know, for me, that's my number one issue, women's rights. Any based,
No.
satisfactory
Dr.
gamers in
Oz is
here?
literally the reason abortion
That's-
should always be legal.
That's funny. That's so funny. I'm getting set up so bad right now. I'm getting set up so bad right now. We should play some COD and do some kill. I like to do some kill. Uh-oh. I don't want to talk about that message I just got. We'll move on. I really like my setup, my system. I like the way the computer's running.
Like number 5.
Thank you, Jake.
YVW.
Dr. Oz is literally the reason abortion should always be legal. How did I miss that? Oh, man. We're in so much trouble, bro. Ron DeSantis has already started his little private voting army. You guys know about that? They go out, little army go out there and make sure the votes are being, whatever. Nobody's giving anybody water in line and shit. They got to enforce all their fucking laws. That might be something that you should be aware of and be concerned about. I don't know.
Is it also Nay's Garden on KIC?
Yes. Here, I'll give you a link.
CJ Hill. If people make decisions based of Jewish zombies, they shouldn't be allowed to be in our government.
Did I put in the full link? I should have done the hashtag link. I fucked up, dude. What did I do, man? Kick.com. God bless America. I'm an idiot. I'm a noob. I'm supposed to go... It's supposed to be hashtag kick. Right? Kick, is it hashtag kick? Yeah, I think. My bad. I think that's got it. I put the goddamn link in wrong. Oh, man. Oh. Sometimes I do that because I'm really high and I'm like giving someone a link and I forget to recopy the old one and then paste it in the chat.
Did Abbott really ban paper plates in cars?
What? What's that all about? What would the reason... What? That doesn't make sense. What's the reason for that? Because people throw them out the window and litter? I'm confused. I'm so confused right now. And I'm hoping that you can enlighten me on this, John. Please tell me about this. This is something I think we all need to hear about. Major. God, Major, thank you, bro. I don't know what to say. I guess
Litterface orange frowning.
blocked him back. I had somebody who was talking shit about me in the Destiny GG chat, and somebody literally made a statement. It's like, everybody ignore this guy and watch Nate's Garden, and put the link up. That was so fucking nice, dude. That was very nice, Major Dr. Ghastly. Holy shit. What the fuck, bro? Oh, that was so nice of you. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to do a big fat bong rip for Major Dr. Ghastly for being nice to me, man. This is outreach, Craig. I just want you to know, Craig.
It made no sense to me.
That's what I was wondering. It made no sense. What? Paper plate man? Maybe they're getting them all over the sides of the highways. That's the only thing I can think of. You know?
What's up next?
Hey, Michael Haskey. Michael Haskey. What's going on, bro? I'm smoking a bong rip for Major Doctor. I want to say Major Doctor. Having a big fat bong rip right now. Yeah, Dumble Rug. Yes, I am. I'm the dude that's about to do a big fat bong rip. Major Dr. Ghastly, this is for you. Alright, cheers, everybody. Yeah, I'm in the GG chat with you, bro.
Texturing some sellings. Jake Snake. Or they fail and driver panics. Michael Haskey. Cheers. Bonsai House. Have you heard of Jade Op? They started military drills in suburbs of Texas, Utah, and a few other states. Tanks driving down streets and shit. Seymour Cannabis. Cheers NLRC. Jake Snake. Cheers.
I can feel the oil from that OG Kush inside my mouth right now. That's how big that bong rip was. Oh my god. Dude, why are people so worried about the past? You know, it's whenever you're talking about Taiwan and China and people go back, well, you know, back in the 12th century, and it's the same thing with the Arab-Israeli conflict, the Palestinians over there in the Middle East. Well, you go back and the land used to belong to, and you know what? I
told him yes, he comes out with a dab rig and smoked.
I think it's fair.
Made me happy at work, lol.
I think it's fair to keep it within, like, the living generations. You know, are your grandparents still alive? Who owned the land? How about that? Can we agree on that? Thank you, Dumble Rug. Thank you. I'm sorry, Dumblebrug. I've been saying your name wrong. Unreal. Is it a Dumblebrug? Is it some sort of a thing from a movie that I never watched, like Harry Potter or some shit? It's like Dumbledore. Like, they used to tell me I looked like Dumbledore. But I never watched the movie. The movie. Or is that The Hobbit? I don't even know. I don't know. Whatever boats your float.
I'm seeing Nate posts from 5 to 6 years ago in my memories on Facebook.
Really?
Bonsai House. I find out if you shoot someone point blank with a bug assault, It goes just under the surface of the skin and burns for a food 10 minutes.
Hey, what's up, bees? What's going on?
Bonsai house.
This is my dog, the bees.
Dumbledore is Harry Tur, the old gay wizard.
Yeah, right? With that big beard. Dude, you missed the bees. The bees was here, and now he's gone. Well, you know what? I can do this. We got this thing in here. It's called Beazle Cam Extreme. Just like that, son. You got Beazle Cam Extreme now. What's up? That's the bees. His name's Rogan. Harry Potter. Right. Right. So that was great, man. Looks like it's all ready for another one. Bro, this specific bowl cleans out so nice. The kind of glass that it is, there's different grade qualities of glass. And when you scrape the resin on this one, it just peels right off the glass. It's crazy. You can almost clean the whole, it's like cleaning a tooth. Alright, here, let's do this. Wow. Wow. That's pretty good. We shall smoke. We smoke the cannabis in the bong. We discuss the topics that you guys want to discuss. What do you guys want to talk about? Anything? You guys want to talk about anything? We've already talked about a whole bunch of stuff. You know, fascism, elections. We talked about, you know, let's watch
Quite
the
right,
Cornel
you're bloody
West
well right.
interview
You know
with
you got the
Craig,
right to
man.
say.
Let's pull up the interview. Quite right. You're bloody well right. You got the right to say. Jake Snake? You know you got a right to say. Ha ha, you bloody well right. You know you're right to say. Yeah, yeah, you're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say. Me, I don't care anyway. Write your problems down in detail.
That's it.
Take it to a higher place. I wonder what my kitty cat wants. If I go into my YouTube library, there's Cornel West. The Convo Couch. So, there was a long wait for this
I
to start.
hate when I spend 25 minutes getting down to the last few circles and then some 10-year-old just kills me with a uncommon combat shotgun in Fortnite.
Now, Craig hits Cornel West right at the beginning, man.
Jake Snake.
With this
Wander, Indiana.
with this question. It's like, you're like, dude, you got hostile. So he's like, so Cornel West immediately knows he's in like a semi-hostile environment. It's crazy that Craig does this to him. He kind of like gets him all buttered up. At first he goes, dude, you gave me a hug when I saw you. You called me my brother.
No, I salute her. So let's just jump right into it, Dr. West.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. This is it. Let me see how hard it's going to be for me to pull this up for you guys. Okay, properties. Oh, is that the time, bro? There's the time, bro. I found the time, bro. That's so cool, man. I lost this. Okay, let me close that. This should be all the way up on the top. And it should... Yay! I lost my clock. There it is. I found it. I'm so happy. Oh, God. Okay, I have to rename it. Clock. Okay, hold on. The caps lock, of course. Clock. Clocky. I should put Clocky in there. Now let me bring up...
Okay, I think I did it right.
Window capture. Is it window capture I want to use, or is it... Yeah, window capture. Oh, great, dude! It chose the correct window. I'm so happy right now. Wow, look at that! I can't believe it actually worked. I just moved the clock. Dude, I need to lock the clock. Okay, let's do that. Let's lock the clock here. And move it up to the top and lock it. Okay, great. I'll never move it again. Now, this Cornel West interview, I'm so sorry this is taking me a little bit. I'll go ahead and I'll hit it. It gets hot right off the bat. So, what has happened at the beginning, and I'm going to cut all that off. That's 12 minutes of bullshit at the beginning. And nothing has happened until just now, okay? So I've just saved you 12 minutes. I want you to know that. Craig thanks Cornel West for he met him in person and said, thank you, gave me a hug when I met you. It was very nice to meet you, and we spoke briefly and blah, 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 blah. That was the intro, and then this.
There's a few things that I want to talk about, and there's a few things that are a little confusing to me. I've since starting the show have kind of gone on an interesting journey as a leftist. I still consider myself to be a leftist, an anti-imperialist leftist, an old school liberal, as you will, one who believes in freedom of speech, freedom of a press, believes in bringing home, closing down these bases and bringing these people home, our troops home, and stop spreading death and destruction around the world. But I've also had this quest of going on and seeing elections in Nicaragua, seeing elections in Honduras, in Brazil, in Colombia, being an election integrity activist. And that has allowed me to get in the room with Trumpers a lot. You know, just recently I was at a Kerry Lake event, and Kerry Lake is very pro-Donald Trump. My question to you right off the bat, Dr. West, because this is a little bit confusing to me. You have said right out the jump that you are planning to go into Trump land and to speak to Trumpers and try to connect with them. How can you connect with them if you continuously call Trump a neo-fascist? I mean, how are we going to extend an olive branch where we're just pretty much shunning people away? I mean, I would also like to talk about that word neo-fascist when we're done, because I think it's a BS word. It is absent from the original meaning of fascism, which is actually corporatism, the merger of state and corporations, where we keep our eye on the prize. Neo-fascist is more of a term where we look at our citizens. It seems like it's been weaponized. But first things first, how do we connect with Trumpers, Dr. West, if we're going to just shun them right off the bat?
Oh, but I'm not shunning them at all, though, brother. The first thing you do when you approach another person is you don't see a stereotype, you see a human being. And you zero in on their wounds and their scars, but also their perceptions of the world. But you have to be honest. I have to be honest in terms of how I understand the world. You see, so when I come in and I've already honestly said, well, I think the Pied Piper that you're following at the moment is a gangster, and I define what gangster activity is: saying and doing things with no accountability, no answerability, taking no responsibility. And then I say, as a neo-fascist, neo-fascism is scapegoating the most vulnerable. So you can attack the immigrants, you can attack black folk, you can attack gays and lesbians, rather than confronting the most powerful. And the most powerful is Wall Street and military, not in rhetoric, but in your policies. In your policies. So I would tell him, look at Brother Trump and myself in terms of militarism. Now, he says that he's a populist. He says that he wants to pull back on big military, but every budget was a expansion of the military budget. Every move was an attempt to justify, put it this way, that he so often would want to justify that expansionism, just like the Democrats. I mean, Democrats are tied to big military too, so I'd have to be honest. So in that sense, it's not an attempt to smear and to trash. It's being very honest and candid. And they can come right back at me and use certain categories and certain names. And I would say, I'm glad you're honest about what you think about me. Now let me tell you why you're wrong. If you think Brother Trump is not a gangster, tell me what your definition of gangster. If you think he's not a neo-fascist, tell me what your definition of neo-fascism is. Now that's part of what we'll do today in terms of your definition of neo-fascism is more corporatist and so forth and so on. But mine is using the flag, using narrow forms of patriotism to mobilize citizens, usually feeling as if they're wounded and under attack, and then scapegoating the most vulnerable. That's what we saw in fashions of the past. It could be Jews in Germany and so forth. So that in that sense, you can't have a genuine Socratic dialogue or conversation if you're not honest and candid about what your perception is.
Cheers. Quarter of the hour.
Now, I might
no
be
longer
wrong.
going to cannabis.
I'm there to learn and listen from the Trump brothers and sisters, right? I might be wrong. But when I see xenophobia, when I see racism, when I see transphobia, when I see homophobia, I call it out. They say, well, Brother West, it's not that. Then convince me. But most importantly, I'm showing them I care about their suffering, and I want to make sure.
So he just accused Trump of being all of those things right to Craig's face, right? He's like, this is a big problem with Donald Trump.
All of them as human beings and fellow citizens getting access to Medicare quality, education quality, jobs with a living wage, safe community, the same thing that any other fellow citizen deserves or any other human being deserves. So that's the beginning of that dialogue, my brother.
Okay, but see, listen, I used to use this term. I do a lot of work in Latin America, right? I wanted to send you this video I have of Cuba, of me trying to build a bridge where I go to Cuba and I bring a lot of baseball equipment and bats and balls, and I'm just trying to humanize people, to get that whole anti-communist sentiment out of their mind.
Right.
Now, the first thing I did, Dr. West, is I removed a term that is often used. It was used by Castro. It's gusano. It's calling people a worm, right? But if I want to convince
John
and I want to have
Combs.
conversation with
Now
Marco
following
Rubio
you on
if I
KIC.
or Paulina
Thank you,
Aguilar
John. I see
or
that.
Bob
Thank you.
Menendez, if I use that word gusano, it immediately shuts things down. And I feel that's what neo-fascism does. But I think the real part where people have a problem with is that you call Brother Biden a neoliberal disaster, when if you just put it on
Try the
paper right
emotes.
now, and I'll tell you this right now, I
the
think
chat,
that
guys.
sometimes people look at this and they're like, well, Dr. West is calling him a neoliberal disaster
Nays
and
Garden.
calls Trump a
Emote
neo-fascist, when the
5389992
corporate
Nays Garden any nay.
are way more invested in President Biden than they are Donald Trump, that he's kind of carrying a little water for Biden, and he's making that excuse that it was okay to vote for Biden over Donald Trump, which I think, was completely wrong. If you told me today, and I'm never going to vote for Biden, I'm never going to vote for Donald Trump, but if you put a gun to my head, Dr. West, and said I had to vote for either one of the two, I'm voting for Donald Trump. We're on the brink of World War III here now. Can you see the hypocrisy there? And can you maybe square that circle right there?
No, what he's going to do is he's going to shoot you down with what his response is, is that Trump almost put us in World War III as well, and any other president has that ability as well, and this is not even an argument. So it's a piece of straw, Craig, and this is what Cornel West is going to say real quick.
Just a little insight to this whole, like, Biden gets this treatment, but Trump gets that treatment.
Yeah, I mean, one is that we could have been on the brink of World War III with Trump too. Anybody who's head of a militaristic and aggressive empire can lead the world toward war. It could have been
John
North
Combs.
Korea. I mean, there's all
Never
kinds
dwell
of
on the
different
past, it gets you
possibilities
nowhere.
in that
I
regard.
agree,
So that
John.
if we use
CJ Hill.
solely the possibility of
Emote
nuclear holocaust,
539332 Nays Garden
the head of
Bird.
any
You can
empire,
learn from it.
when it comes to
But
the
don't
most
dwell
powerful
on it.
empire in the history of the world, the United States. It could be
Joel
Trump or
Froggy.
Biden in that regard.
Hello.
No, I think
Hey, Joel.
part of the difference here is the difference between a catastrophe and a disaster is that I think you would have to acknowledge that when it comes to gestures toward rights and liberties, gestures toward trade union
Gestures, which is right.
activities, gestures toward
Really empty
trying to
gestures,
deal with,
but it's at least better
voting
than
rights and trying to deal with
He's making a point.
gerrymandered voting patterns. You see that the disastrous Democratic Party, rhetorically, symbolically, but at times even concretely, are able to move in the direction toward those black voters and toward those trade unionists and so forth than was Trump. What I mean by, the problem is that both of these parties have such a vicious dimension of them that they do look so similar. It looks similar. Take to the brothers right now in Jenkins and Parker in Mississippi.
John Combs.
Party looks similar.
How old is
Looks
Rogan
similar
now?
On the West Bank, in the
5.
Middle East, parties look similar. If
Just
you're
5 is-
arguing that Trump is better than Biden across the board, given his attempts to reshape government, viciously attack immigrants, viciously attack black folk, viciously attack progressives like yourself and myself as leftists, always Marxists and communists and so forth, then that's a different kind of argument. I mean, I think the important thing is to build an alternative to both.
Gotcha.
We've got to begin to create lens that are highly available to people so they can see the ways in which both parties are parasitic on each other, and that the neoliberalism feeds the neo-fascism and vice versa. Now, if we don't want to use neo-fascism, I don't know what term you would use. Authoritarian populism, is that a term that you would go with?
Maybe. I mean, the term neo-fascism seems to be twisted so it doesn't,
CJ
carry
Hill.
the intent of the original
55.
word fascism. It seems more divisive, where it's pitting people against each other. Because I got news for you, Dr. West. Believe you me, conservatives were concerned about immigrants coming across the board way before Donald Trump, and it's not a new thing with him.
That's
Maybe
true.
he gave them a
Dino.
little strength to talk about this, but I think a lot of the problems,
Hey,
or the
Dino, what's
issues
up, buddy?
we disagree on with our
Yes.
conservative brothers and sisters have always been there. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Trump just made it a little bit more open to say these things, which I like, because then we can get to the problems, because we can identify, the issue a lot clearer. But
I
let's
just
move
don't
on
like
to that.
the
I don't wanna waste too
hatred,
much
though,
time
brother.
on
I
that.
don't like the venom and the vitriol. I mean, the thing about it, for me to call Trump a neo-fascist and for him to call new immigrants rapists and criminals, I mean, how could one be supportive of Trump using that language? And yet, when I call somebody a neo-fascist, I have a definition of it.
Yeah.
Isn't it the case that he's still in policy supported cutting taxes for the rich, facilitating Wall Street expansion, military increase, waving the flag, reinforcing the militarism abroad? See, that would be where I would want to
I got you.
impart zero in on, just as a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got you. But policy-wise, we can start lining these things up. Biden is guilty of all these things. Biden wrote the crime bill, and we know how devastating
yes,
that was.
the crime.
Donald Trump, First Step Act, right? A little bit different. You know what I'm saying? We can go back and forth on the situation. I think the solution is what you said, is building something outside
Absolutely.
these two establishment candidates and whatnot. But let's get into
the important thing is, though, having exactly the conversation we're having now across political and ideological lines, and very much across racial lines, because you cannot deny that white supremacy has played a very important role in Trump's social base. Now, all of them are not racist. No, not at all. In fact, 1 out of 10 voted for my dear brother Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
But the weaponizing and the mobilizing of racist tropes and racist narratives has been a very important role.
Yeah.
In Donald
we have
Trump's
a guy.
project.
We got a guy who said on the floor of Congress that I don't want my kids growing up in a racial jungle. You know what I'm saying? We got the Patriot Act. We got Iraq. We got policies that I think personally it would take Donald Trump 3 more terms to catch up to what Joe Biden has done since back in the days. And that's just, and once again, I'm not going to vote for either one of them. I think we should stay away from
neither
them.
one of us are talking about voting for neither one.
Yeah, yeah.
Point.
I just want to be clear about
That's the point.
and honest. I love your talk about truth shall set us free. And none of us have a monopoly on truth. Truth is jagged edge. It cuts a lot of different ways, and that's why a certain kind of humility that we both trying to exemplify is important, so we can learn. But you're absolutely right. But what we're saying is the white supremacy cuts through both of them so deeply and thickly.
Yeah. And bottom line, at the end of the day, Donald Trump mentioned that we should disband NATO, and Joe Biden has strengthened it. And if we have World War III, then nothing else matters. That should be the #1 issue on the table right now, is avoiding nuclear holocaust. And Joe Biden, I thought, has brought us a lot closer to that, especially with the people he's picked. The Blinkens, the Sullivans, the Victoria Nuland. But
Yes. Well, no, the Nuland was in the Trump administration too, right there connected to Ukraine. I mean, part of the continuity of the two parties is precisely manifest in how
he got rid of her, though.
Democrats
He did
remain
fire
both
her.
parties doing different administration.
Yeah, he did fire. Well, let's get into, because I want to talk a little bit about the same language we kind of use towards the neo-fascists, the problem I think you could have, and I'm glad you explained that. But I'm a little bit bothered by that same language towards Vladimir Putin. Putin's a thug. Putin's a gangster. I mean, if you're going to be the president of the United States, how are you going to sit down with a man across from you who you're supposed to getting rid of nuclear weapons and try to convince him of that? How are you going to talk peace when you're saying, and I want your...
And I got to stop right here and say, this conversation's going great right now. I really like it. I've had a lot to say, but I don't really want to. I don't want to interject.
Bonsai has made me like the rain. Saves me an hour of time and $20.
But at this point, where what Craig is asking, it's a really good question, man. What he's saying is, this is exactly what Obama did, man. I will not work with Vladimir Putin. He's evil, and I will not sit down and talk to him. Ugh. And now Craig is calling him on the same rhetoric. How the fuck are you supposed to work out? You're going to be in perpetual war, bro? Right? I thought you were anti-war. This is an excellent question. Listen to how it's answered.
Simple. This question: did Vladimir Putin have a choice to do what he did in Ukraine? Because I don't think people are kind of really talking about the crux of what's going on. I don't know if people understand. Do you think that Vladimir Putin had a choice to not go into Ukraine?
Well, I appreciate the question, though, brother, because, you got a number of different levels here. First thing to keep in mind is that you've got American imperial provocation with the promise that NATO would not move 1 inch toward Russia. The American empire reneged on that promise. A number of decades later now, 14 countries are now part of NATO, which were formerly associated with the Soviet Union. So it's very clear that that is a massive provocation. I've said on many occasions that if there were missiles in Mexico or Canada, United States government would blow them to smithereens. Why? Because empires behave that way, and America is an empire. Now, there's no equivalency between the Russian Empire and the American Empire in terms of power. There's no doubt about that. There's no equivalency at all. But at the same time, there's also the fact of coming out of the KGB and a whole host of other trajectories of Putin himself. Maybe calling him a gangster, or calling him I've never used the word thug, calling him a gangster might be viewed as just some kind of symbolic gesture to the liberal and neoliberal circle. But I'm concerned about Russian brothers and sisters, just like I'm concerned about Ukrainian brothers and sisters, just like I'm concerned about anybody else. And when you have mechanisms of repression anywhere, I'm going to call that into question, so that you have provocation. We're not moving an inch. 14 countries now with U.S. missiles right on the borders of the Russian Empire. Putin's back is against the wall. Now, I view invasion and occupation of any country, the violation not just of national sovereignty, I view it as a crime against humanity. So that the question becomes, you got a larger U.S. American imperial backdrop, pushes the Russian Empire against the wall. He responds with this invasion and occupation. And what do I call for? Ceasefire, stop the war, sitting down with Putin, sitting down with the Chinese, sitting down with the Turks, sitting down with the Ukrainians to generate a diplomatic strategy or diplomatic process to stop the suffering. I am concerned about the suffering of Ukrainian brothers and sisters. I'm in solidarity with the Russians who are actually going against the war, because that takes courage. But that doesn't mean that we downplay the role of the American imperial project. NATO historically has been an instrument of American imperial power, of American global power. That doesn't mean that Putin doesn't take some responsibility. He takes responsibility given his response to provocation and the ways in which that's generated this human suffering, in this case, Ukrainian brothers and sisters suffering. So again, it's a matter of trying to be honest and truthful about the historical backdrop, the present moment, and how do we bring the war to an end? Because it's on the road to nuclear exchange, on the road to nuclear holocaust.
Okay, but I want to know what the alternatives were here, because I'm not saying this because I just like Vladimir Putin. I want to be accountable for what our country's done. And you talked about the NATO encroachment. But what about the 2014 coup, when we removed the government that was there and put in a puppet government, where Victoria Nuland and Jeffrey Pyatt were on the Maidan handing out cookies?
That's right.
We also got MiGs 1 and 2, but we also have the OSCE talking about the bombing that was intensified in the Donbass. Now we have 14,000 civilians, mainly civilians, killed in the Donbass since we put in the puppet government and we armed these Nazis. When he started upping the bombing again, and it was very apparent that they were going to go in, Putin, once again, being very passive, moved his troops to the border. He then met with Biden in Geneva, and he talked about whatever, nothing came about it, but it seemed like, they were whipping the European countries to say, hey, listen, if Putin goes in, agree to go with sanctions with us on them, and then all of a sudden they up the bombing again. And we have heard from testimony, Fiorella is not here today, she's been to the Donbass before. We've talked to people who went to the Donbass. Colonel McGregor said that he had talked to some people, said, thank God you guys, the Russians, came in, because they were about to slaughter us. It would have been genocide. So what alternatives did Putin have to not go in? Let's not forget, Dr. West, it was 8 years. Mainly the Russian population was saying, why are you dragging your feet? Even Yanukovych, when he was fleeing in 2014, said, Vladimir, you're going to have to get involved, because they're going to go right there. These people hate the Russians, and they're going to slaughter them. What alternatives did Putin have? And if we don't accept the fact that we didn't just provoke him, we held a gun to his head. We pushed them into this thing. If we don't take accountability for that, what does that say about us as a country?
Well, I mean, what it says about us is that we're hypocrites. What it says about us is that we'll rationalize our innocence even when we contribute to the devastation and to the catastrophe. No doubt about that. But I do want to resist the notion of somehow saying that that Putin has no responsibility for the criminal invasion. I think that one of the reasons why we want to learn from each other. I mean, you're saying he pursued every nonviolent alternative possible before he was pushed into this criminal invasion and occupation. Now, if I could be convinced of that, then in fact, I would have to rethink it. I would have to reevaluate where I am. But I'm convinced.
Not often that you will hear a politician say that, huh?
That the major responsibility is the American imperial provocation. By provocation, I'm using that in the broadest sense. That includes 2014. That includes the coup. That includes a variety of different steps that pushes Russian elites against the wall. But I still think that this sense of trying to absolve Putin of any responsibility, I'm not convinced of that. I still think that there's a sense in which the American imperial project sits at the center, but Russia is also an empire. It has its own sub-imperial sensibilities, sub-imperial strategies, and so forth. And I think that is not something to completely erase or eliminate. Now, am I being fair to your position?
Are you asking me? I think you're wrong, because I don't look at them as an empire. I look at them as more of a superpower. I look at China. I don't look at them as an empire. I look at more of them as a superpower.
We disagree. Wait, but what's the difference in your view between a superpower?
Well, the empire is ever expanding. Imperialism, where we have bases all over the place. You know, we have 800.
You know, Putin has vastly expressed, widely expressed his desire to expand Russia. China's trying to take Taiwan. China's trying to take Tibet. China wants to take over business in America. I mean, they're all imperialists. Craig's in complete denial here.
No, we're not talking about American empire. Yeah. We know that's the case.
China has what?
I'm talking about the history of China, the history of Russia. Is there a history of an expansion and the subjugation of peoples?
There is a history of
absolutely in both cases. That's
present day, there's action and there's reaction, and China and Russia are simply reacting to the actions of the empire. You know as well as I do, Dr. West. We go into a country, we go in there with a missile, a gun, and our monetary system, and we force these countries. Because I'm going to talk about Latin America, Rex, right now. China goes in with their bank account. Build a road, build a dam. You know, Russia, Putin, the Russian Federation, just squashed, I believe, in an African country, their debt. He just squashed it completely. So, I mean, I think there's a big difference between saying that we're on the same level. That's what I always have. I'm with. And my dear brother Baraka has corrected me on this. I do not believe there's an equivalency between the major empire in the history of the world and what you could call sub-imperial projects, or those countries that are empires in their formation that still have certain imperial sensibilities. I mean, I don't think China's going into Africa
CJ Hill
based solely on
China is trying to expand concerns. Like WTF is this dude talking about?
Of Chinese imperial presence does not take the same form as the U.S. U.S. is more raw than the Chinese. And these are decisions made by elites, most of them neo-colonial elites in Africa, as how they transact between these
Russia
empires.
Is literally at war RN because they want to expand.
Right? Most of the African countries are holding back. American imperial elites are upset about that. No, these African elites are, in their own distinctive way, exercising their own sense of freedom and sovereignty as they transact with the Chinese. Now, of course, at the same time, many of those elites in Africa are also corrupt. Are they speaking to the needs of their own poor and working people? Often not at all. That's in the case of South Africa. South Africa spent so much time with Mandela and the others. And what happens? The neoliberal elites take over there. We won't go into all of that. But I'm glad to see them taking a stand against the U.S. imperial project. But it's not as if I'm going to allow them off the hook either. We have to be morally consistent. The truth sets us free, which means that the integrity and the consistency has to be pursued.
I hear you. Let's talk a little bit about how this is an area which I try to talk to my conservative brothers and sisters about when I talk to the populist right, and I explain to them when they are all talking about the border, what's going on at the border. For me, I feel like it's a red herring. We're not talking about the real issue. I love when you had that little interview with Laura Ingraham the other day. You talked about what we do when people come here and how we should treat them with dignity and pride. But
Yes.
what's absent from this argument, this debate, this discussion, especially when it comes to the populist right, even when it comes to the leftist liberals and the progressive, is the causality of migration. And this is an area where
Yes.
the first person I ever heard say our foreign policy is connected to our domestic policy is you, Dr. West. How do we get this across? Because every single time I talk to my conservative friends, I'm like, wouldn't you believe that the 82 bases in Latin America, and they're not the Boy Scouts that are staying there,
That's
this
right.
is the actual cause of migration. How do we get this message across that people are coming to our southern border because of our foreign policy?
No, but see, I think you're hitting on something very, very important. And usually when I talk about this growing up in California, and when they zero in on my precious Mexican brothers and sisters, I say, the Mexican War was illegal, immoral, and a phony war. And that's Ulysses S. Grant who said that. He was a lieutenant in the war, graduate of West Point before he was president, before he led the Union Army. So that there's a sense in which the Mexican brothers and sisters are really coming home, because it was half of Mexico that was basically stolen by means of military might. So when you cast a larger backdrop, you recognize that the economies are intertwined, and the ways in which the massive exploitation of our brothers and sisters in Central America by U.S. companies makes it very, very difficult for them to survive. And then with the added challenge now of the gangsterization with the guns and the drugs and so forth, people are fleeing for their lives. So that, again, it's very important to keep in mind, not as the sole or exclusive force, but as a crucial and fundamental force of U.S. policies, politically, overthrow of democratic regimes, economically, thoroughgoing control and domination of the economy, pushing folk for another way. And they're going in a number of different directions, not just U.S. bombs. Look, they're going in a whole lot of different places. So you have to bring that to the table, bring that kind of truth-telling to the table, and then say, how do we treat these brothers and sisters with dignity, and how do you treat them with the sanctity that they have? And then realize what happens on the U.S. side, when you get businesses who are interested in cheap labor to keep the wages down for workers who are already in the country. So it pits workers against each other, because I am for worker solidarity in the face of greedy bosses, in the face of profit maximizing elites that will do almost anything for profit and will turn their backs on satisfying the needs of their workers. And that's going to create a deep tension, because that is going to put economic pressure on workers who are already wrestling with wage stagnation. For almost 45 years, there's been wage stagnation as the profits have been expanding exponentially, and CEO salaries expanding exponentially, and the top of the professional managerial class expanding exponentially, as workers themselves trying to put food on the table, wrestling with food insecurity, wrestling with the inability to gain health care benefits, wrestling with wages that are stagnating, and so on. That larger story needs to be told. Well, I'm probably going on too long, but that's the framework that I bring
Yeah,
to this, my brother.
Well, I think next time we get you on, or if I see you on the campaign trail, because I think everybody who knows me says I'll get out there with a microphone and camera and just show up like I did with RFK just recently. You can expect to see me out there. I just want to kind of note, what's that?
I said that'd be beautiful. I'd welcome you right on in, though, brother.
You know I will. So we got this book over here, Democracy Matters. Okay? But does democracy matter if we do not have a fair and transparent election system? So my question to you...
Boom. So Craig, this is my biggest problem with Craig.
Bonsai House. I thought Frederick Douglass has been dead. I stand corrected.
Craig fancies himself to be some sort of an election expert. Just saying. And so I'm like, he's not. And his ideas are very Republican. He wants voter ID. You know, he doesn't want to do mail-in. He's got, you know, he thinks that the election was, this is a lighter, stolen. Just saying.
That is
From Trump.
And this is my area of expertise. I'm an election integrity expert. I've gone over the other countries, Latin America, and seen fair, transparent elections. In your mind, was the 2020 election fair?
See, I don't think that any election in the United States meets the highest levels of fairness, giving the role of big money that selects candidates already before people even go to the voters' booth. And when they go to the voters' booth, they're choosing between two parties that themselves are already captive to corporate wealth. Now, is it fair in the very, very narrow sense of a majority of the votes or most of the votes being counted and then reported as they're counted? Now there, I think one can make a strong case. This is where I would have deep disagreements with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is thoroughly convinced that the very votes that were put forward were not counted at all. Now, when he talks about the election being rigged in the structural and institutional sense, well, that's a different issue, because we can.
Where do you stand on that?
There's no doubt that the very fact that we could have two parties for so long that are tied to the same Wall Street Pentagon interests means there is a quality of it being rigged. When I supported Brother Bernie Sanders in 2016, 2020, the Democratic Party rigged it against him. There was no way he could win. And when we were winning, as you might recall in Nevada, and Brother Obama makes the phone call to have all the neoliberal politicians drop out, Pete and Amy and company. Why? Because they said nobody, or put it this way, Bernie will never win. There's no way he will win. But that's what you call rigged. But that's a structural and an institutional rigging that's very different than votes that are put forward and votes that are counted.
Okay,
and that's why
let me stop you really quick, Dr. West, because
very much so.
I listen, I agree with that part. There's the political part, the way we could use the media, we could sway the media. We saw with the WikiLeaks drops. But what I'm asking you, Dr. West, because this is an area where it's going to come back to haunt you if you don't get ahead of this, when it comes to the election process itself. Do we have a fair process itself? Because let me explain to you, in Nicaragua, you have 1 day of voting. It's on a Sunday. You must show up at your designated election spot, your precinct, with ID. It takes about 10 minutes to vote.
With ID.
Where the vote is cast, it is counted. There's no proprietary software there. So what I'm trying to say, ask you too, is when we talk about Fannie Lou, she was an election activist.
Neo-fascist leader. Brazil's the same way. It's counted. Digital.
I was in Brazil, so I know about it. But this election system we have here today, because you're a Green Party member now, right? So you run it as a Green. You don't have to worry about this whole. Okay. Is the process of the election fair?
I don't think it is fair in the structural and institutional sense of what an election really should be. No, I don't.
Good. What area would you tackle first?
Well, first I would make sure on a very minimal level that, that the citizenry has time to vote, national holiday.
There you
Each
go.
vote goes in immediately without having to be mediated with a whole host of other entities and persons. But then I would have, my critique of campaign financing and to make sure that persons' votes that go in are not confined to just two politicians of two parties, both parties being tied to corporate interests and the Pentagon. So you got a structural institutional level, then you've got a procedural level, and then you've got to make it available to citizens and do all you can to encourage citizens, to empower citizens to vote. What is it? New Zealand, 90-some% of their citizens vote. United States, what is it? 60-some% on a good day.
Yeah.
Why?
On
We
a
got
good day.
35, 40% of our fellow citizens don't participate whatsoever. I'm going to them too, my brother. Not
On a
just
good day.
country. I'm going to them too,
I
along
got
with
you.
my progressive folk, and especially, as you know, my black folk and brown folk.
Well, do you think we should have mass mail-out ballots?
I think we can learn something from those countries that are able to count their ballots within hours because of the mediated with the computers that actually work and computers that allow for transparency. Yes.
Yes.
See, here's my recommendation. We have to eliminate mass mail-out ballots. If you want to get a mail-out ballot, if you are handicapped, you can't go. If you're a military person, you can't go. So be it. But every election, you should have to re-register for that mail-in
Win it,
ballot.
Muncha.
It should be vote,
So true.
like you said, voter holiday. All these countries I went to, it's a Sunday.
All of them.
Everyone-
He thinks handicapped people shouldn't be able to vote.
participate.
And they all must have ID when they go to their
So be
designated
it. If you
voting
can't-
precinct.
if
This whole
handicapped people
vote
can't
center
make it.
makes it impossible to audit an election. But it's also very rapid. You get in and you get out. You don't have to wait for hours in lines. It's almost like they broke the system so they can purposely move people in the mail-in ballots. Because with mail-in ballots, you don't need to necessarily generate a voter. You just have to generate a ballot. And with ballot harvesting now, right, when a person can drop off thousands of ballots and then drop boxes, you don't know where these ballots are coming from. There's zero chain of custody. Not to mention the way that Brother Bernie got cheated in the first time in 2016. It was cheated on the back end. We have proprietary software counting these ballots, meaning we, the people who fund this election, can't even open up the hood and look at the car and the engine, what's going on. So that's why we need to get back to in-precinct counting, hand-counted, in front of the people. You can use a
Hand-counted.
machine that has open source in front of them.
He wants
with
to hand
results
count the
that
votes.
night.
Oh my God.
Dr. West, if we
Craig,
don't
you're
tackle
so
this,
dumb.
you or any grassroots candidate has no chance.
No, you're absolutely right. But I do believe this,
Oh
though,
my
brother,
God.
that I don't think poor and working people will ever be able to live the lives they deserve based exclusively on the ballot. I think you have to have social movements. I think you have to have ways in which the workplace is reorganized, the way in which media is reorganized, the way in which culture is reorganized. It's not going to be a matter of folk being able to live the kind of lives with dignity they deserve based solely on the ballot. The ballot is just one particular moment within a larger effort of a people's movement, a poor and working people's movement, to try to reshape the society in a way that it results in fundamental transformation, protecting rights and liberties across the board, but also trying to engage in a massive redistribution of wealth downward. Because I'm an abolitionist when it comes to poverty. I'm an abolitionist when it comes to homelessness.
Win
I've
it,
said on
Muncha.
many occasions, even
He
if I
isn't
win,
close
my dear
enough to
brother
the
Bob,
camera.
I don't even plan to go to the White House until everybody has a house. That's just
Love
kind of
that.
spirit of it.
I love
it's,
it. I
it's
love
the Martin
that.
Luther
And I'm
King
there for you
Jr.
too.
legacy. And that's what it
It's
means
probably a
to bear
laptop.
witness vis-a-vis citizen to citizen. I'll always be a citizen, even as president. I am a citizen. I'm not a king. I'm not a monarch. I'm not a Pied Piper. I am a citizen who has chosen to play this role for the empowerment of my fellow citizens, beginning with the least of these, of course, just as a Christian, I always begin with the poor and the orphans and the widows. I learned this from my Hebrew scripture, my precious Jewish brothers and sisters.
Bonsai
Unleash
house.
that into the world.
The kids
Let
found
us
a new makeshift drug.
institutionalize a commitment
It's
to
called
orphans and
wasping.
widows and so forth.
Oh my
That's one
goodness.
reason why the Palestinians
I don't
are
even
still
wanna
so
know.
very important.
Yep.
I'll get in
Because
trouble
Jewish
for it, Billy.
Peoples who unleashed into the world this magnificent conception of the world where the oppressor at the center, and then you end up with an Israeli state that oppresses Palestinians. We have to be consistent across the board, morally as well as spiritually.
I agree 100%. And unfortunately for us, Dr. West, the voters here in America, when it comes to foreign policy, it's an issue that's way down low. When it comes
That's
to
true.
Israel, Palestine, it's really, really low. And I think that you are the best when it comes to Israel and Palestine. The way you explain it is amazing because you include the protection of the Jewish state, of the Jewish peoples,
Well, this
as well
Jewish
as the
security.
integrity.
That doesn't mean it's the Jewish security is not identical with the Israeli state. For most Jewish brothers and sisters, they understand it that way. But the Israeli state has not been able to provide Jewish security. You can see the various attacks going on all the time. I want Jewish security. I want Palestinian dignity simultaneously.
Agreed, you're the best on it. But let's get to the area where it's most concerning, because when you look at the voters in America, the COVID, the vaccine, and the protocols, they're up here, and Israeli Palestine is down there. Right now, RFK is taking a licking right now for his comments that I went and I caught him up on camera, and I asked him that question, and it started a sandstorm out there. But people have also been talking about your positions on COVID. I got a video over here I want to play because I got to be honest with you, Dr. West. This video, it hurt me. It really did. I did not like your position on it right now. So let's play it, and then you can clarify it. Because I would say, and I don't know if you agree, the greatest sin when it came to the COVID-19 situation was censorship. They shut people out. And I know you're for free speech across the board.
Absolutely.
They didn't let
I don't
doctors...
like censorship, my brother.
Yeah, they didn't let doctors be doctors. Like Dr. McCullough, one of the most revered, peer-reviewed virologists on the planet, was demonetized, was taken down, was shut up. Dr. Zelenko, who had actually worked with hydroxychloroquine and other alternatives, was shut out, shut down. Let's play this video over here right now because we need an explanation. We got to get out in front of this if we are going to handle this, because if you do want to talk to those conservative people, this is an issue high on their charts. Take a listen.
Yes. Go ahead, Cornell.
It just strikes me that part of the problem, and what a lesson that's been in conversation with you, though, brother. What a great exemplar of integrity, honesty, decency you have been over your 79 years on the globe. But it just seems to me there's a spiritual decay in the country in terms of people just not caring about each other. People not being concerned enough about each other. How does one deal with that as a scientist? And it just strikes me as you have been very distinctive as a scientist because you're so deeply grounded in humanity and humanitarian sensibility, grounded in a Jesuit education, grounded in all that love coming out of the Italian American communities going back to the old country. How do you deal with that spiritual decay? Because you can say what you said on TV over and over again, but if our fellow citizens don't care enough for each other, what then do you do, my brother?
Yeah, well, Dr. West, you bring up a very good point.
Okay, so this one is upsetting because number one, I don't know how we got to the conclusion that Dr. Fauci is any type of kind person. He has had a bad history when it came to the AIDS pandemic, right? What that did to our gay community, how it made them suffer. They made a movie about it, the Dallas Buyers Club. I mean, he almost did the same thing with the AIDS pandemic he did with COVID, where he didn't allow other alternatives, other medicines to get out there. But the thing that really upset me more than anything, Dr. West, and I know you know this because you talk about COINTELPRO, you understand the intelligence community. If I can create a situation in what you do to your body affects me, I have the ultimate divisive weapon out there possible. That statement you made was very, very divisive because it wasn't that we didn't love each other. It's that we weren't able to have a conversation about it. And I can go on about masks, how bad they are. But do you regret these comments, and do you regret kind of uplifting Dr. Fauci in this situation? Because people have said to me, they're like, you should ask Dr. West. It seems like there's more than one crack pipe going around when he.
No, I totally agree with him on this. He's right. The people that he supports, I disagree with, but they shouldn't have been silenced. So I agree with Craig.
These things about Dr. Fauci when he's had a history tied to the pharmaceutical companies, tied to gain of function, tied to Bill Gates and the Bill Gates Foundation. The financial gains of this towards the millionaire class, the billionaire class that came to the COVID-19 is off the charts. So do you want to make a comment about this and try to give us a little insight to what you were thinking and why you said these things?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you raising this question, though, brother, because, what I said was not based on any extensive investigation. I always know that the pharmaceutical companies have a disproportionate role in shaping the public policy. That's what corporate power and what corporate wealth does, be it in one sphere as opposed to another. But I was basing it in part on what I was perceiving in what Brother Fauci was putting forward, given that knowledge of the pharmaceutical company having that industry having that kind of influence. And it was in real time that we were in such crisis. We had to do something, and we needed to have someone who was trying to put forward a view or a set of policies that could push back the disease on the one hand and also try to envision an overcoming of it down the road on the other. I agree with you. I do not believe in censorship. I do not believe in suppressing dissenting voices. That includes dissenting doctors, that includes dissenting schools of medicine and what have you. In that particular moment, I probably should have been much, much, much more critical. Well, I would acknowledge that. There's no doubt about it. But let me ask you a question. Do you believe that Brother Fauci has any commitment to the well-being? I've always felt he had some commitment to the well-being of fellow citizens.
No.
You see this book right here? I knew everything in this book before it came out, right? This is an area where people are going to say, this is RFK's book about Dr. Fauci, because this is an area where he was a champion, he led about. It didn't take much research to understand where Dr. Fauci had been and the sins that he has created. There's a whole graveyard full of children in New York that leads to Dr. Fauci's funding in his hands. There's beagles, dogs we can talk about.
Right.
I do not believe that Dr. Fauci cares about people one bit. He only cares about his pocket. And we have all the evidence and the receipts. 80% of Republicans want him tried for what he did. Only 33% of Democrats do, and that's still high. But 60% of independents think he should be tried for his crimes against humanity. And Dr. West, I'm sorry. I don't accept this right here, because if I could figure out what's going on, and I got crucified as a leftist, as an old school progressive, I got crucified because I can't understand. Maybe you can explain this to me.
A leftist who says that Trump was robbed of the election. Sure, Craig. Yeah, you're a leftist, buddy.
The number one issue when it came to Bernie Sanders was what? Medicare for all. Our number one enemy was the pharmaceutical lobbyist and Big Pharma. How for 1 second could we think that all of a sudden that they're going to be benevolent?
I never made it clear they were benevolent. I never made it clear they were benevolent. I said they're always already bringing power and pressure to bear. I just thought that Brother Fauci had much more of an humanitarian element than you're giving him credit for. You're calling him a criminal.
He is
committing crimes against humanity.
He did, and against animals.
That would be something that
he's a piece of garbage.
I would have to be more thoroughly persuaded.
Yeah, look into that. Go look into it.
I'm taking a look at the book, but the book can be wrong, brother. The book can be wrong too.
You know me, I'm across the board. I'm an equal opportunity.
But I appreciate the challenge, and I appreciate you pushing me.
Go research. I don't know how reliable the information is in that book, but he is a piece of human garbage.
That's the case as of yet. But there are times in which I do. No doubt about that, my brother.
I said this before. Somebody said this the other day. Like, we had Keith McHenry on the morning show. We need to take RFK to the West Bank and let him see for his eyes. Well, the same thing over here, Dr. West. I think we just got to get up on this. And I'm not saying this to crucify you or go after you or to harm you. I'm going this because I think you need to get out in front of this right now, because this is going to be a big area. There's
Well, I appreciate it.
there's a whole medical freedom movement. So let's see where you stand on these things today. We'll get you out of here shortly. I know you got a tight schedule. Do you believe, Dr. West, that the COVID-19 was a natural virus, a lab leak, or a bioweapon?
You know, actually, I'm quite open to all three. I'm quite open to all three. I think that we've got evidence that's underdetermined, which means that it's subject to multiple interpretations. And I don't want to be dogmatic on one or the other, but I think that it's much more complicated than what was put forward in the past or even in the present. We'll find out retrospectively, but I'm open to a variety of different views on this issue, my brother.
What do you know about the WHO and the WEF and Klaus Schwab in particular?
I don't want to put forward any kind of judgment until I've had a chance to explore much more exhaustively the evidence and the text, my brother. I just know that as international organizations, they are disproportionately shaped by American corporate interests and American.
Do you know anything about
interests.
do you know anything about the WHO treaty? Have you heard of that?
Oh yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would say it again. From what I know of that treaty, the major motifs are excessive American corporate imperial influence.
Would you still say the vaccine is safe and effective, or would you recommend against it?
The vaccine as
Today.
practiced right now.
What we know today. What we know today.
What we know today, based on, let's say, the 3 that I got to refuse to take the force from me and my wife in that regard. You see, I think from what I can see, that the success was overbloated and excessive. Now, did it save some lives? I'm sure it had to save some lives. I don't know, but I'm sure it had to save some lives. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to be dogmatic on this thing. Not at all. But at the same time, I'm going to be, humble enough to acknowledge my own kind of relative ignorance and my openness to trying to pursue much broader knowledge about it.
Okay, because the things we still know about the vaccine is that, number one, it takes years to create a vaccine. This came out in less than a year. This vaccine is still under emergency use authorization. We know that COVID vaccine patents have been around for a long time, thanks to Dr. David Martin. We also know this is mRNA technology. It is still an experiment. We don't know about this. So I'm glad
Still in process.
Yeah, still in process. So you said you're definitely against mandates, right?
I don't like mandates. I don't like that kind of imposition of people's ability to make choices. Absolutely, You're right.
Are you aware about the Green Party's Black Caucus that came out against the steering committee? Because now that you're in the Green Party, if we can bring that up real quick, Cheese Slice, the Black Caucus was vehemently opposed to what the steering committee had done when they had came out for mandates. It created a circular firing squad within the Green Party. Are you aware about the Black Caucus?
Yeah, no, I don't know about that with my precious Green brothers and sisters. I haven't stayed up on all of the internal struggles going on. I will find out quickly because I'm in the nominating party process.
Hey, Dr. West, is everything going to, there's been a lot of talk recently, somebody made a video too as well, is everything going to be fixed behind the scenes as far as your as far as you running as a Green Party member, as far as your filing? Do you have a campaign manager yet? Do you have a campaign treasurer yet? Because a lot of people are still bringing up that you're still under the People's Party and haven't moved over to the Green Party yet. Is all that going to be straightened out? Because there's a lot of...
I'm already moved over to the Green Party. I have a great appreciation of the People's Party being kind enough to ask me to be a presidential candidate. But given the challenges of the People's Party, given the challenges of the People's Party leadership, even given my gratitude for their volunteers,
Boom.
that I made the shift to the Green
The
Party.
challenges
I
of
met
the
with my dear
leadership.
brother Juma Baraka and Sister Jill Stein, that we're in the process of setting in place an
Fucking love
infrastructure
it.
and an institution, and we are on the move, brother. We already got 20 states. We're trying to get 41 states in just a few months. And so we're trying to really focus, as you can imagine, on the suffering of working people and poor people and their resistance and their resilience. And we hope not to be distracted from what has happened in the past. And most importantly, I'm calling for a broad united front, a broad coalition that embraces a variety of voices, not dogmatic voices, not one linear voices, a variety of different voices with all of the tensions that includes. But if you believe that the corporate duopoly needs to go, if you're committed to the plight of working people and the enhancement of poor people and the critiques of corporate America and anti-empire, we say, please come be a part of the United Front. That includes every party, that includes every institution. And it means then it's going to be an ideological realignment, my brother. You're going to get some folk coming together who are not used to being together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
I don't see that
I'm all
happening
for
in
that.
this climate.
That's really the highlight of my work. I love going and talking to people who think differently than me. And being an election integrity activist, unfortunately, the progressives did not get aboard the whole election integrity thing, but the Trumpers did in 2020 because they thought they were robbed. And I'm able to go into their house and speak with them and then talk to them about
you are a Trumper,
foreign policy
dude.
being a cause of migration.
You
and
even
how we
look
fix
like
these
Trump,
things.
Craig.
I think it's
Absolutely.
great.
You're starting to look like
But, I mean,
Trump.
part of the key here, though, is that you
When are you gonna
have
start
someone
spray
like
tanning
myself,
orange?
I'm a crack vessel
You
like
spray tan
everybody.
orange on your face.
But
Do the
I
full
have
transformation.
A tremendous animus,
You gotta do the full
moral and
transformation.
spiritual animus against any forms of white supremacy and male supremacy and homophobia and transphobia, any ideology that loses sight of the humanity of Arabs or Jews or Muslims or Palestinians or any group, anti-xenophobia
6 minutes
across
left.
the board.
Yeah.
I speed it up, guys.
Very, very important here, even as we attempt to fight together and struggle together.
Yeah, Dr. West, you got a question from Laura Ingram the other day, and it kind of paused on it. Let's talk about the transphobia situation.
But I got to do a clock thing. I'm already late for.
Oh, you got to go? Yeah.
But you can finish up with this.
Well, I was just going to ask you, when I talk to a lot of conservatives, and I talk to a lot of people on the populist right, they don't say they're transphobic. The area that they are most concerned is that sexuality and gender is taught in schools. I mean, is it really, when you're going to approach a person who's a conservative or a populist right, they're going to say that. How are you going to handle that? Because I never thought that we should ever have sexuality taught in schools. So when it comes to transphobia, do they not have a point, at least a conversation to listen to, when they're saying we just don't want our precious children being indoctrinated and programmed?
I mean, the thing is, you've never.
So he's a right winger. He's a goddamn Ron DeSantis supporting right winger, guys. That's who Craig Pasta Jarduno is, or Jardulo, whatever his name is. Sorry, Craig. I'll just call you Craig Pasta. That's probably why, right? He's a right winger. Oh my God. Dude, he supports going into the schools and persecuting trans people.
Want any parent, any person to be indoctrinated and programmed by a teacher. I don't care if it's American history. I don't care if it's about sexuality. A teacher is not there to indoctrinate. But I think that, in fact, it's very important that people begin with a notion of acknowledging there's a variety of different peoples in the world, and they all should be respected with dignity.
Exactly.
But that's almost about all you need to say. I don't think you need a whole lot more, because once you get into that, then all of a sudden you start taking positions on a whole host of issues that the teacher has very little expertise on.
They shouldn't even be issues.
Misconstrue material or
Let
mislead
people
students.
live their
I'm
lives.
not big on teaching sexuality. I'm big on teaching dignity of a variety of different persons, and there have always been, and there will always be, a lot of different persons of different sexuality, different sexual fluidity. But that doesn't need to be the fundamental subject matter in a classroom. And there I do resonate with some of the conservative fellow citizens, but we'd have to have a much longer discussion on that too.
Well, come back when Fiorella gets back, because she'd love to talk to you, and I'd love you guys to talk about what she experienced with Alex Saab and all that. Dr. West, thank you so much for coming on. If I don't catch up to you soon, I'll see you on the campaign trail.
Blah, 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 blah. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I've watched it twice now. That was on the Convo Couch. I do not subscribe to them. They just make shit up, and I don't recommend that you watch Craig. He's a fucking right winger. He's in complete denial about what he is. complete Trump supporting right winger. Don't be fooled. I'm so glad that he had Cornel West on.
Hashtag keep it open.
Hey, Nick, the fact that they had so much to argue about says a lot. You know, but Cornel West, I will give Craig a little bit of credit because Cornel West does make some mistakes here and there, and Craig called him out in a lot of those places. And I think that's a good thing that he did that. But just don't ever forget who Craig is, man. You know? He's in denial with himself about what he is. And I can see him for exactly what he is. And, you know, that's something that Nick loves about this show. You know? So.
Hashtag keep it open.
Hell yeah, hashtag keep it open. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Destiny's supposed to go live in a half hour. Is that something he said he was going to do? That's cool. Wow. We got a lot of people watching the show right now, guys. I'll find something else to watch. You know, we could talk about something else. Let me just give a random click
Convo
here.
we make stuff up couch.
Biden's latest gaffe. I don't know if I know about that. From Jimmy Dore. I don't watch a lot of Dore. UPS makes workers hate each other. That's funny. That's Lee Camp. I don't know, man.
Did you know Leo Messi playing for Miami team?
Joel, I have no idea what you're referring to. I apologize. I bet a bear would rip that to shit. I don't know, man. I smell food inside it. I usually wouldn't watch something like this, but
Up in southern Ohio that didn't go according to plan, and a swimming pool in eastern Kentucky that got washed.
holy shit, you guys, this is 13 minutes of unbelievable moments.
Joel Froggy. Soccer player from Spain won world's best playing for a Miami soccer team.
Oh, cool, right on.
Joel Froggy. Leo Messi his name.
Right on, right on. There you go. Let's see if this is the full thing right here. Just about, I can do better, man. I can do better. Transform. Here we go. I have to open up the bottom. That's 590. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's moving. We got to move it, move it. Okay, there we go.
By a flash flood to a floating Russian restaurant that decided to take a trip downstream, and a cruise ship that came way too close to hitting a bridge in Australia. Here are 13 minutes of unbelievable moments. In Manchester, Ohio, a small village north of the Kentucky border, a demolition crew arrived to tear down some old cement towers. They were only hired to get rid.
Dude, the YouTube channel, this is probably going to be like copyright, I would think. It seems like it would be something that gets copyrighted. Hold on, let me just try something here. Okay, we'll go like that, and then let me see if I can flip this on the transform. I'm going to try to flip it over. Okay, let's see, edit transform. Oh, there was, I saw it. Hold on. It was under transform, it said rotate, flip horizontal or flip vertical. There we go. That's what we want to do. And now we're going to play it backwards and a little bit. Okay. So I got to make this smaller. This is weird. Okay. Okay, we'll go like that and go like this. So I get the whole thing in there. Okay? And now I got to open up the bottom on the free transform. We'll see how quick I can start doing this shit. Edit transform.
Dave C. Fishing.
Bottom.
What up?
Yo. I'm doing free transform here, dude. So it takes a little while because I'm just holding this button down. But I don't want to do the whole screen. I got it. We just see all of our little controls down there. When we see the controls, we're good. Okay, that's kind of weird, man. But okay, I think I just got the edge cut off just a little bit. No, I think we're good. Okay, let me see if this works.
The 5 towers. Apparently, one of those towers had a mind of its own.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
The James Stewart Electric Generating System shut down in 2018. Another company bought the land in 2019 and wanted to rip the whole thing down. On the bright side, the new owners probably saved a little money. Now they don't have to pay another crew to demolish the 5th tower. On the brighter side, everything came crumbling down. Unlike this failed demolition in Çankırı, Turkey. It was a simple job, really. Cut this old flour factory like a tree and let it collapse. Nobody's been here since the 80s. How hard can it be? Well, they learned that lesson the hard way in August of 2009. Whoever built this place should pat themselves on the back. That is one sturdy frame. According to the locals, the old factory came within a few feet of the neighboring building when it rolled over. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. We wonder if that building would have been sturdy enough to withstand, I don't know, catastrophic flooding.
I'm here. I'm back. I'm eating.
The summer of 2020.
You said hashtag keep it open, so I kept it open.
Eastern Kentucky. Heavy rainfall in late July caused flash floods across the region. Some people watched as their homes got washed away. Others just lost their pool.
Bonsai house. Shot a money-eating squirrel and its stupid little ass this morning. Sucker has eaten $100 in flowers. Well, he deserves a 1-cent BB up his rectum.
The pool completely disappeared in the murky water. It looks like a blue river snake slithering away. According to the National Weather Service, there were over 600 helicopter rescues and countless water rescues to try and pull people from the raging water. A similar scene occurred on the Volga River in eastern Russia. The people of Samara used to love the Old Wharf restaurant. It was a floating eatery anchored by several docks. On April 17th of 2018, a massive ice patch crashed into a floating restaurant, jarring it loose. The worst part? It was in the middle of a busy lunch service.
Oh my god.
Все, порвала тросы. Да, унесет. Вон, все трубы повырывала, мостки все повырывала.
И смотри, какая она ее точно не
Все, трубу оторвало. И его оторвало. Все, вторая труба не выдержала. Все, сорвало его.
А это что за священник? Это он на катере смотрит?
Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god.
Все, вторая труба не выдержала. Все, сорвало его.
According to reports, the restaurant was full when it broke free from the dock. Everyone inside took a wild ride down the ice-cold Volga River. Thankfully, nobody got hurt or lost their lunch. A tugboat arrived sometime later and hauled the runaway restaurant back to shore. We'll call this incident a close call, almost as close as this ship came to hitting a bridge in Sydney, Australia. The Harbour Bridge is a 3,800-foot steel structure connecting the Sydney suburbs of Kirribilli and Dawes Point. Hundreds of boats pass under it every day. Some come a little too close for comfort. From this angle, it looks like the cruise ship is about to crash into the bridge. Then, it glides underneath. Next, it looks like the antennas are about to get lopped off, but those make it under too. Now, we know you were hoping to see the ship hit the bridge, so to scratch that itch, here's a collision from Ecuador. This boat was allegedly confiscated for illegal fishing when it crashed into a low pedestrian bridge. Let's see that again from another angle.
Oh my god.
So you have one fine for illegal fishing and another for destroying the bridge. Someone certainly had an awkward phone
Treasure
call to make.
Coast
Kind
Waters.
of like these Norwegian guys
LOL.
who sunk their shipping crane during a load test. Sapem is an Italian company that makes giant cranes for oil drilling. Those cranes obviously need to be tested before being shipped off to sea. The Sapem 7000 has been in service since 1987. On April 14th of 2022, it came in for routine load testing off the coast of Norway. What happened next almost cost them the entire $400 million vessel.
E poi vai, via, muore tutto e via. Perché quando è andato giù e quando è andata la frizione non si sono rotti.
Oh my god! The crane, it's like that freaking movie, The Abyss.
I cavi erano già arrivati pure su, è frullato proprio in libera,
The
completamente.
crane broke off. It's coming down to you. What? The crane!
Con i freni non ha retto neanche un cazzo. No, hai visto il fumo? Hai visto il fumo?
The company said the crane had already passed several trials and was performing its planned 5-year load test. One of the main
Trading it.
wires broke, causing the
Holy
entire
crap.
vessel to list one way and drop its load into the water. This was just an accident waiting to happen. We can't say the same for this truck driver who got his fully loaded car hauler stuck on the train tracks. If you thought you were having a bad day at work, just be thankful you aren't this guy. He was driving through Thackerville, Oklahoma in October of 2021 when his truck got caught on the tracks. The worst part? It was fully loaded with cars. That Amtrak train obliterated those cars. You might think it was a scene from Fast and Furious. According to the sheriff's department, there were 110 people on the train when it hit the center.
My
4 of
God.
them suffered a few minor
Bentley said
injuries,
no
but
tracks.
everyone was okay in the end. We're not sure why the car hauler got stuck, so we'll chalk it up to being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Speaking of wrong place, wrong time, these daredevils in Norway couldn't have chosen a worse iceberg to climb on. They were sailing on the open seas of Svalbard, an island cluster between Norway and the North Pole. They found this iceberg and thought, man, I have to climb it. The boat dropped them off, but Mother Nature had other ideas.
Bon bah à l'année prochaine.
Ciao.
Oh my God!
Thankfully, our experienced climbers recognized the danger and quickly got out of the way. The boat came back and plucked them out of the freezing water. One of them, Mike Horn, has 30 years of climbing experience. We wonder if this was the first time an iceberg flipped over on him. Unlike Mike's rare flipping iceberg, landslides in India are all too common, though they're not always this big. On July 30th of 2021, a massive chunk of land broke free in Himachal Pradesh, taking the entire highway with it.
गाड़ी भी ले लो पीछे open
Bonsai house. Play stupid games, get killed by an iceberg.
Oh my God.
Think about what the mountain used to look like and what it looks like now. These kinds of events are extremely common in northern India. The plates forming the Himalayan mountains constantly shift, leading to freak and often violent landslides. But not all disasters have to have a terrifying ending. Sometimes human ingenuity steps in and saves the day. Back in December of 2012, some locals were enjoying a calm day on the water when they noticed a fire along the shore. A crashed boat had gone up in flames, and those flames threatened the entire area. Then, like James Bond, another boater rushed in to save the day.
Spray it with water. Go do a fishtail over it. Rooster tail, bro.
So hopefully get. What are you doing?
Rooster tail. Yup. That's how you do it, son.
Bonsai house. Cabins fall off the Smokies all the time, yet they still build more. Dumb.
That's how it's done, son.
Our speedboat firefighter makes 4 passes to ensure the fire is out. The people on shore must have thought he was crazy at first, but then they realized what he was doing. People apparently use speedboats and jet skis to put out fires all the time. Go ahead, type into Google and see for yourself. Well, that's all we have for you today, but if you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, then be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next time.
Hey now. I'm sitting here eating. You guys are great for hanging around. I'll find something else to watch maybe.
I like videos like that.
Yeah. It was. I think it was came up recommended. I think we're allowed to watch this. I think it's Joe Scott.
On February 15, 2013, at 9:20 a.m. local time, residents of the city of Chelyabinsk, Russia, witnessed something few humans have ever seen: an asteroid exploding in the atmosphere. It became known as a Chelyabinsk meteor, and thanks to the popularity of dashcam videos in Russia, it became one of the most well-documented meteor strikes in human history. It was the size of a 6-story building and hit the atmosphere at 64,000 kilometers per hour, roughly 40,000 miles per hour, exploding about 19 to 24 kilometers in the atmosphere. And this explosion was massive, shattering windows for hundreds of miles and injuring 1,200 people. For a brief moment, it was brighter than the sun. By the way, actually, this makes it what's called a bolide. That's the technical term for any meteor that shines brighter than Venus in the sky, which this one definitely did. In fact, it was picked up on monitors as far away as Antarctica. Okay, so Russia is here. Antarctica is here. The energy released exceeded 470 kilotons of
Dave Sea
TNT.
fishing.
For perspective, that's 30
When
to
the
40
hell
times
was
bigger than the
this?
bomb that hit Hiroshima. And speaking of nuclear explosions, the Nuclear Detonation Network, which is operated by the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization, said it was the largest explosion ever recorded in its history. Yeah, this meteor was no joke, and maybe the scariest thing about it was that astronomers had no idea it was coming. It caught everyone completely by surprise. Don't think about that too much. Yeah, ironically, on the day that the asteroid hit, astronomers are actually watching another asteroid called 2012 DA14, which was passing within 27,000 kilometers of Earth. And then, the Chelyabinsk meteor hit from a completely different direction. They were totally unrelated. But even Chelyabinsk pales in comparison to the Tunguska meteor that struck Siberia in 1908. That one flattened over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. It was not, however, picked up on any nuclear detection systems, or Antarctic sensors, or dash cams. Experts are still trying to figure out why. The point is, booms happen, and the bigger the boom, the more evidence is left behind from that boom. That is usually the case. And then there's what happened at Bell Island. On the morning of Sunday, April 2nd, 1978, 12-year-old Darren Bickford was out for a ride on his bike. When 11 o'clock rolled around, he raced home to catch his favorite show on TV. And when he reached the end of his driveway, a sudden stillness filled the air. Birds and other animals went quiet, and then, according to Darren, quote, "It's like a shotgun
Bonsai
blast,
house.
followed by a ball of light, and then followed immediately after
hard
the
to
second
believe
ball.
cause I'm
And round ship
closer to
underneath
Russia
it.
than
It was the biggest
Antarctica
noise I've
and
ever
I
heard in my
didn't
life."
see it.
He described the
I
hovering
was
ball of light
awake.
as a beautiful mixture of blue, orange, and yellow. Darren was terrified, but transfixed. He watched the colors swirl for several seconds before it disappeared,
Dave
imprinting a
Z
memory that
fishing.
would last for the rest of his life.
The
Now, Darren's
cops set
experience
up
was more vivid
cameras
than
on
what
those
a lot of his
stupid
neighbors
kids'
experienced,
house
but
in
it was far
Nevada.
from unique. People reported seeing strange lights, odd electrical phenomena, and most of all, a loud sound that could be heard as far away as 100 kilometers. The center of those reports was Bell Island. It's a small island in Newfoundland, Canada's Conception Bay, and that event has come to be known as the Bell Island Boom. Yeah, because of the noise. In case that wasn't obvious. Several residents of Conception Bay reported seeing a beam of light that hit Bell Island immediately before the boom. Some said they saw a ball of light in front of the
Or
beam.
stop.
Some reported hearing a bell light tone before the boom.
For those of you guys who don't know, Joe Scott, Answers with Joe, is really good. I've been watching him for years. I highly recommend his channel. You should check it out. It's just called Joe Scott on YouTube. He's very entertaining, funny, and very educational. You'll learn all kinds of shit. History.
That's on brand. And then there were the fireballs. Not in the air, actually, but in their houses, because their fuses blew out. Yeah, a powerful electrical surge accompanied the event, so powerful that plastic insulation melted off the power lines in some places. In one home, the fuses exploded so violently, glass embedded itself on the opposite wall. That was Darren Bickford's grandfather, actually. But ground zero for all this weirdness seemed to be the Bickford farm where Darren lived. One of their barns blew down and they lost some chickens. I should clarify, the chickens didn't just disappear, they died, so it's not that weird. And it's still pretty bad if you want the chickens, I guess. Although it is kind of weird because there weren't any burn marks on the chickens or on the wood of the barn for that matter. And there were strange divots found in the snow nearby. They ranged in size from a rabbit hole to around 4 feet across. Like, if this was a comic book, Darren probably would have found a ring or a stone in one of these holes that gained superpowers, Now, as far as we know, that didn't happen, but I'm watching you, Darren. Investigations were made. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police sent a fire investigator, presumably on horseback. After the Mounties, other officials took a look. Some were Canadian, some came from far away, including a pair of American scientists from the Los Alamos National Laboratory named John Warren and Robert Freeman. So I got curious about these guys and was able to find that they had done some publications in the Los Alamos Research Publications from 1978 to 1981. So it looks like Warren was interested in nuclear energy. He actually posted several articles in Reactor Technology, their publication. But Freeman, he only posted a couple of times. Once as a co-author for a paper titled Measurements of Long-Delayed Radio Echoes in the Auroral Zone from 1981, total banger. And the other one is on a patent for interrogation and detection system. Sounds sinister, not enough to make it on a tier list though. It has a telemetering apparatus, modulated signal, yada yada, rectifier, implanted beneath the skin of a living animal. What? Yeah, this was an early dog chip. Yeah, Freeman was one of the early pioneers in RFID technology, so those little anti-theft squares that you see in books, tap-to-pay technology, he was one of the guys behind all that. But in 1978, he was investigating unexplained phenomena on a small island in Canada. By the way, you might be asking, how do these guys even know about this boom? Did somebody call? Did Darren Bickman summon him with his newfound superpowers? No. They saw it in a satellite photo. Yeah, this thing was so bright it was seen from space. Actually by the Vela satellite, which was launched to detect nuclear explosions. Yeah, remember how Warren worked on nuclear energy?
Bonsai
But they were able to rule
house.
out a secret atomic bomb pretty quickly.
There are
since there was
huge
barely any actual
asteroids
damage to the
passing by
area,
us right
and,
now.
eventually speculated
That's
that it might
why
have
we're
been an
getting
unusually
so
powerful
many
bolt of
meteors.
lightning. There are those who
They're
disagree
all
with this
dust
theory,
from
though,
big
namely,
rocks.
People who saw it. No way that was lightning, according to Millie Bickford. Yeah, there's a lot of Bickford on Bell Island. Actually, there's an unincorporated town called Bickfordville. Okay, so if it wasn't a nuclear explosion and it wasn't oversized lightning, what was it? As you can imagine, there are many theories. Because as it happens, the Bell Island boom was actually just one of a whole series of similar booms reported all the way up and down the east coast of North America between 1977 and 1978. Yeah, I did a video a little while back on skyquakes. These are explosions that seem to have no particular cause and happen regularly in some places. just some random unexplained booms. It's a thing. Now, the difference between skyquakes and the mystery booms of 77 and 78 was the frequency. So an environmental scientist named Gordon MacDonald looked into about 600 of these booms, and it turns out that 2 out of 3 had a pretty simple explanation: supersonic jets. Yeah, it turns out the Concorde had started flying commercial passengers in 1976. Probably not a coincidence. But that still leaves 1/3 of those booms unexplained. The U.S. Navy speculated it might be due to strange atmospheric effects that carried the booms of military aircraft from really far away. Kind of like an audio version of the ghost lights that I talked about last week. Might explain some of them. But the Belle Island incident was different for a lot of reasons. For one thing, sonic booms can damage property. We're talking about breaking some panels of glass, not knocking down buildings and
the problem is our law
They also
enforcement
generally
believes
don't
in
cause,
aliens.
flashes that set off nuclear bomb detectors in space. An earthquake is a possibility. It could knock a building down, or even a giant chunk of rock falling into the sea. Because that has actually happened on Belle Island before. Fairly recently, actually, in April of 2019, residents heard a sound like thunder and felt the ground rumble, and thousands of tons of rock had fallen in a landslide into the sea. One resident described the sound as an explosion. And that fits with what people heard in 1978, and earthquakes can cause power surges, actually. Granted, there's not usually strong enough to melt electrical cables, but still. Unfortunately, there was no debris from an earthquake or a landslide back in 1978, so that was ruled out. Besides, there's also that giant flash thing. So, in absence of a simple answer, here's where the theories get a bit more fun. Okay, so this was 1978. It was the middle of the Cold War, and there were 2 scientists from a U.S. nuclear research facility that visited right after it happened, so Cold War shenanigans? I mean, I could see it. Of course, the first thought that comes to mind is that it's some kind of secret atomic bomb, and maybe the scientists were there to cover it up. Or maybe it was some other kind of secret bomb, like an E-bomb. This was proposed in a 2004 documentary called The Invisible Machine, that basically the U.S. was working on a bomb designed just to knock out electrical equipment. A giant electromagnetic pulse, basically. The filmmakers speculate that it might have been extra powerful on Belle Island because Belle Island actually has a lot of copper and iron mines in the area. And then there's an experimental program called HARP. HARP stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Now, officially, HARP is a research program run by the University of Alaska Fairbanks. It consists of a high-power radio transmitter and a bunch of measuring equipment. Basically, they zap the sky and see what happens. Now, its stated purpose is to test how the ionosphere reflects radio waves. But, of course, conspiracy theorists have used it for all kinds of over-the-top experiments, from mind control to weaponizing weather. The problem with that theory is that HARP didn't actually exist in 1978. But people who believe this theory think that it might have been some kind of earlier device, maybe some kind of proto-HARP design, something that created a monster EMP in the ionosphere that then got drawn down to Belle Island because of its particular geology, all those iron ore mines and whatnot. The effect would have been like a massive lightning strike, or several lightning strikes, all happening very fast, which does kind of match the reports from the people on Belle Island, so kind of plausible? Of course, if it's plausible that some secret military operation caused these massive lightning strikes, then it's probably just as plausible that it's, just massive lightning strikes, which is exactly what those experts from Los Alamos suggested when they were there in the first place. So we're full circle now. Of course, the problem with the lightning bolt theory is that, lightning goes off all around the world all the time, and they don't generally set off nuclear weapons detectors. Right? Actually, some do. And they were discovered by that same Vela satellite that caught the Belle Island boom. Like, scientists didn't even know this was a thing until it showed up in the Vela photos. And it's called, wait for it, a superbolt. Hey, when the scientists get the name right, they really get it right. Superbolts are super rare, especially over land, but they're hundreds of times brighter than a normal lightning strike, sometimes thousands of times
Makes
brighter.
random sounds
Superbolts carry
around the
trillions
world
of watts
and
of
freaks
optical
out
power.
every
As we all
stepdad
know,
all
an
at
average
once.
lightning bolt carries
1.21 gigawatts.
A blast from a superbolt could explain nearly every detail of the eyewitness reports. The damage to the Bickford farm was actually pretty mild compared to what a superbolt can do. Even the deaths of the chickens can be explained as heart attacks caused by electric shock. But what about those balls of light that people keep talking about? If you're thinking ball lightning, so am I. So I covered ball lightning in a video a while back. There's a ton of theories around what could possibly cause them, but one of those theories is that especially powerful lightning can basically superheat certain elements in the air and the ground and create essentially orbs of plasma. And now I'm talking about glowing orbs again. How many old videos of mine can I reference here? So ball lightning is not completely understood, but it is a thing. It is a thing that happens. So yeah, if we're gonna Occam's razor this thing, the most likely answer is it was a superbolt. Yeah, I know, wah wah, that's the most boring answer ever. I know I'm the wet towel here, but look, if it's too boring for you, just keep in mind that now you know that sometimes there are lightning bolts as powerful as nuclear weapons that just happen randomly. Feel better? Look, nature does crazy things sometimes. Do you know it rained fish in Texarkana a couple years ago? The point is, there are forces at work around us that we don't
It
understand.
rained fish.
About 45 years ago, one struck a tiny island. And here we are still talking about it. So real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to the Nighttime podcast. They actually did an outstanding 3-part series on Belle Island that we listened to for this video. One of them includes an interview with Cynthia Bickford.
And then he goes into his stuff. What?
This dude has easy mode on. You can turn off the evade helpers.
He's open!
Cinematic strike.
Now, Clive! Have at him!
Now, why don't people ever use bullet sponge when they talk about these types of games?
You're going to regret that, boy.
The new game plus is supposedly really good, like remixing enemies, placements, etc. How we haven't even beaten the first game. How are you already talking about new game plus? Why does Q keep putting people in the Twitter things that he hasn't confirmed at all? What the fuck? Oh man, I wonder who's showing up tonight.
Bonsai House. Oh no, it's MR Swirly. I'm out. Love ya, but see ya later.
Precision dodge.
Billy, are you hanging around to wait to see if I talk shit about you?
To send rag.
I see the numbers didn't drop after you said you were going to leave. So, I was thinking about coffee.
Help Derek.
Wasn't it you said hashtag keep it open, or maybe not?
Is this their Airbnb? Do you see the dude on the whatever podcast is scared as hell of getting canceled? Wait, from what?
Gosh, are y'all even on my team? Yo, all you do is complain. Maybe we would do better if you would shut the hell up half of the time, bro. Shut up.
You're at the bottom of the leader, bro. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you speak. Shut up.
Playing objective and
shut up. You're literal trash. You're literal garbage. Shut up.
Oh yeah, sorry I have a life. Sorry this isn't all I do all day like you.
Gosh.
You just sit at home and just stare at the TV.
Bro, I have less hours in this game than you. Guaranteed. You're just literal garbage.
And
you're just
nothing else. Sorry.
Garbage.
Yeah, alright. You're literally.
Shut up.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, keep talking.
I will keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking.
I will. Because what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything.
No, you're right.
Shut up.
You're right.
Dang.
Just keep talking.
It's so annoying. Oh my god. Why am I playing? Why am I carrying y'all? I'm going, bro. You're dirt. You're doo-doo butter. I'm out. Good luck. Good luck without me.
6354 Boardfish Road. That's your address?
Oh shit.
That's your address? Oh, we're quiet now. That's crazy. We finally got a moment of silence, y'all. Is that your address? Huh?
I was foolish. Perhaps I did go a little too far.
Nah, you good. Answer the question. This not your address? Huh? This not you?
It's not.
So this not your door we knocking on right now?
This is not your door we're knocking on right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all that action. It's not you. Open up. Unlock the door. That's
not my address.
It's not your door? Unlock it.
That's not my address.
Unlock the door right now.
That was so funny. What? Dude. Destiny's watching weird shit again, guys. There. I don't know what's going on over there. Destiny watches weird shit sometimes. Anyhow, so, Billy, are you still here? I turned it off. Here, I'll even get out of there. Nays Garden is streaming Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I should play some fucking Modern Warfare, man. Just a little bit.
Yay, you killed him.
Yeah, I know. I figured. You said you were gonna leave, and I'm like, don't leave, bro. I'm gonna try to play this around, maybe around. Was there anything else interesting?
I'm playing.
You're playing? That's good, man. Let me see if I can get in there. So weird. Some things I can move, some things I can't move sometimes. It's weird like that. I'll play now. Oh, dude. Come on now. Where's my game? I don't know, man. I don't know. The clackety-clack of the mechanical keyboard, man. You guys hear me clackety-clacking around. It appears whatever. It appears that you're a pain in my ass. That's what it appears. That's what it appears. Psst. That's what I see. I hear the COD music playing. I see it on screen.
Bonsai House. Anthony Blinken is in China flapping his mouth at President Wang Dong Ping Pong or whoever. We're screwed. Trendy Nick. Send invite and he'll join you.
They didn't have much to say. I don't know how to send you an invite. Join party, invite. Oh, invite to party. I got it. Cool. Hell yeah. Psst. 5 operator assists. What? What's an assist? That's when someone else kills someone that you hurt. With a launcher, get 3 operator kills immediately after swapping weapons. Whatever. Unreal. There you are.
Bonsai House. I hope President Wang Chung understands Anthony is slow.
I hope so too.
Bonsai House. Why is President Nunchuck mad at us in the first place?
I don't know. This guy's got poison ivy all over him. Why do you got poison ivy all over yourself? This guy's got poison ivy all over himself. Leaves a 3, leave it be. Oh, it's Nick. Nick's got poison ivy all over himself. Nick, you got the poison ivy. Oh shit. What the hell? Here we go. Come on, come on. I got you through the boat, son. Oh, sorry, Nick. That was me shooting you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Peppering. Pat out. That guy, it's popped out from behind the door and still got killed. Kizilled. Oh, he tried that slide and shit on me, son. Nuh-uh, not having it. Not today, pal. Not today. Not today, pal. Not today.
Bonsai house. You should wear Calamine clothes, nay.
No.
Calamine, friend o' mine.
No. I shouldn't do that at all. Oh shit, I ran out of pop. That's alright. I'm in it all the time. I'm in it all the time. Oh, I need that headshot. Headshot. That's what I need. Do you like that, Nick? Right in front of you, bro. You. A little bit of kill. A little bit of kill.
A lot of ammo.
What do I got here? Come on now. Poflow. Oh, sorry, buddy. I know, I'm sorry. I thought I was sorry, man. Uh-oh. What do we got up over here, though, man? That's what we gotta do. We gotta look over up in here, man. That's what we're gonna see right here. Oh, run. You're getting shot in the back again. Look at you. Ah, that was to my right and I didn't know it. Oh, shit. Somebody's waiting for me to come around the corner, I'm sure. But, wait, I just realized, don't I have that ghost thing? I don't know. I can't remember. I think I got that ghost thing, but I can't remember. Whoa! What are you, son of a gun? What the hell just happened? Me? Someone came up and killed that dude, right? Yeah! Somebody came up and killed that dude after he killed me. I was confused because he's wearing all blue, you know. I saw a lot of blue, so I didn't shoot at first.
Like a Power Ranger.
He's a Power Ranger. Yes, kill. Uh-oh. Where are you? Son of a bitch. I was so close to getting him on a headshot. Just taking a guess where he was standing. Boom, boom. Was that a headshot? I think it was. Just, you know, I like to get a headshot. Every once in a while, just... Alright, blue guy. Gotcha. I killed the Power Ranger. I corner boyed his ass. Psst. Oh, I'm right behind you, bro. I got your back. It's all clear. Whoa, what we got? What do we got? Left side?
Oh, left, yeah.
Roger, he's down. Boom, got one down on the other side of that door. Ah, there was a third one. Oh, someone got him. Very good. Double kill. Shit. Dude, come on, where are you at? Ah! Let's go. Where are you now? Where did they go? I do I know I will find them wherever they go. Hello, dude. You're on my team. I'll stick with you. What's up, buddy? Where are we going? We going over here? All right, let's go over here. Whatever we do, wherever we go, we're gonna go through it. Oh, you got killed? Who killed you?
He's on the ground.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. For my next act, I will cough. Dude. Dude, I thought he was going to come running down here. I got fooled. I got fooled. Allow me, dude. I just stole this guy's kill. I feel bad. He was just taking too long to kill the guy. I was like, here, allow me, please allow me to introduce this kill to my list of kills. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. God bless America. Got him. God bless America. Friendly, friendly. Oh shit, up top. We got something. Where'd he go? Oh, a shield guy coming out. Okay, another guy coming out behind the guy in the shield. Out to the courtyard. My bad. Okay, roger that. Roger that. Let's start spawn, I guess. Oh shit. Did I get him? Who killed him? Thank you. Who killed him?
I did.
And the guy in the shield, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even get hurt.
Got him again.
Oh, dude, guy laying down to the right. He's up. Dude, the shield's down there too. Grenade. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck.
Wake me up.
Oh shit, dude, why did I pause right there? What did I do? I think I hit something. That was so weird. I did not want to do that. Come on now. Come on, back out, bitch. God damn it. Oh, fucker. I don't even think that was the dude I went after.
Forgot where you left. Just in the car.
Oh, shit. Oh, I was the last kill, too. That sucks. God bless America.
That's not bad. 12 kills. Your first one.
12? Woohoo! Hell yeah. Getting on that 10 kill shit. Whatever. Yes, it was me. It was me. Whatever.
At ISO 45, let's put it nice. I need more ammo.
I gotta use a launcher. Fucking A. Oh, dude. You don't get a fucking rocket launcher if you do overkill? You can't get a rocket launcher.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. Oh my god. I'm wasting my time. Oh god, I don't think I clicked it. Fuck. I was so close to clicking it. I was close to clicking it. Yeah, it didn't go through. God bless America.
I hate when that happens.
Edit, swap, launcher, equip. Okay, I got it. Oh, and then I select the wrong goddamn. Oh, loadout 4. Okay, here we go. So I gotta get a kill with this rocket launcher thing. Really? Come on, all the way down. Not a dude to be seen. Not a dude.
You need to get a kill with the rocket launcher. Just camp on the inside.
Just camp where?
Like that. On the inside, like in a hallway.
Yeah, I'm in there right now. Standing in the corner, I'm playing corner boy, corner boy, corner boy. Uh-oh. Taking fire. Taking fire. I don't know where it's coming from. Somebody might be on to me here. Hey, I'm a friendly. Dude, I can't. Oh, I fired, dude. All I would have had to do is pull the trigger.
Yeah, shipments where I got all my stuff that deals with it.
Oh shit. What the hell? Who the hell do you think you are, dude? It didn't kill him though. Unreal. The second shot didn't kill him either. Oh my god. Dude. Are you kidding me?
You can't just shoot at them with it.
How did I hit you with a rocket launcher and not kill you is my question. That's...
Gotta explode on them.
Oh, no, dude. It was pretty goddamn... If I shoot his feet, he should die, right? Like, explode on right on the ground? At his feet, yeah, okay. Oh my god, come on, he's right here. Come back out here, bitch.
Yeah, I was stunning. Oh, up beside you, behind you. To your left.
Fuck, yeah. I got hit. Okay, I'm down. I didn't see him. Come on, man. I just need to spot a dude. I don't know what just happened. Oh shit. God, dude, come on, man. Damn. Oh, this isn't fucking Quake, that's for sure. The splash damage was just so minimal. Damn. Come on now. on now. Dude. What? Come on now. God damn it. Of course I'm pointing the wrong way.
Yeah, there's a guy behind you. That's what you just got now.
Oh man, I just shoot at anything. I'm an idiot. Ugh. Where is he? Damn it, he's right in front of me. Unbelievable. Ghost activated. What does that mean? They don't see me on the overhead?
I can't see him right on.
God bless America. Pull the trigger, dude. I swear I pulled the trigger. God damn, I swear I'm shooting the thing. I'm right at their feet, dude. I shoot it, nothing happens. This happened like 3 times. Finally, there it is. Yay. I got the fucking kill. Now, give me my goddamn loadout, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I need. This is what I need. Fuck that rocket launcher shit. Let me put some bullets into somebody. Bullets. Bullets, I say. Someone's hiding back there? Die. There you go. Now you're dead. I shot you. Now you're dead. That's how it works. Oh, now you shot me and I'm dead. That's how that worked. That didn't work out so good, did it? Not for me. Come on. Let's do this. Hey, there's Nick. Look at that, everybody. Let's watch Nick for a while. Nope.
That kid's mad.
I got one through the doorway, bro. He's up the stairs in the back. No, that's might be a friendly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I was chasing him.
Oh shit! I figure he's running this way, or one of them is. Nothing. What was that? Oh, son of a gun! Dude. Right behind you. Good job. Whoa, that guy slid through that damn doorway. I don't know where he freaking went. Wow.
Every time I kill that one guy, I hear him whining.
Yes. Took every bullet I had, but I got him. Oh shit. Oh, great. Ah ha ha ha, dude, pull the trigger. If it's a friendly, it's no big deal, man. Pull the trigger. God bless America, I just sat there. Like, I don't know if that's friendly or not. Maybe I'll wait a minute, but I'm sure before I shoot this guy. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's behind a barrel. Got him.
Yep, good job.
Little sniper. Little snipersons. Oh, 2 of them. Shit. Damn, okay. Oh. I only got 4 kills that whole time, bro. I don't know what the hell. Oh, it's because I was using that rocket launcher. That's right. At least I got my rocket launcher. Freaking kill. So now I got more of that XP stuff. Yay. They make me be last on the team because they make me use a fucking rocket launcher. Fucking assholes.
You did get it done. You completed though, right?
I got somebody killed. Yeah, I got my XP. Daily challenge. Launcher kills. 2,500. No, and I fucking leveled a little bit on my fucking stupid launcher. It says I need to get 3 operator kills after swapping weapons. So I can do that. Immediately after swapping weapons, it says. I wonder how many seconds immediately is. I guess I need to see someone and swap weapons really fast. My weapon swap is kind of slow. I was going to put O for my reload instead of this fucking colon button.
A Myant boat fell over off the coast of Eek.
Migrant boat fell over. Yeah, we know. Some bullshit. Black gold. Swapping weapons. Like 70 people dead or something like that. A whole bunch of people got killed.
Texas Tia.
Fucking stupid government yanked the boat over on its side because they're idiots. Instead of towing it from the front like any other person would have done. Oh shit. Custom loadout 2. I can swap between these 2 weapons.
Bonsai house. Capsize a boat. Just splash it with a jet ski.
Right there. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. Oh, son of a bitch. Come on now. Dude, I keep switching weapons. I'm trying to... It's not telling me that I got anything at all. Immediately switching weapons and getting a kill. Oh, son of a bitch. I probably should have looked on it. Oh my god, they were behind me? What? Shit. Nice. There, get one after swapping weapons. They only gave me 1 out of 3. That's bullshit. I've done it so many times. I keep swapping weapons and now kill someone.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Weird, dude. I need 2 more. Okay, there's one. They didn't give it to me. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I got a
a
75 assist on that one, dude. That pisses me off. One more bullet, he would have been dead. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Fuck. I ran outside of the goddamn map. Tell me that was after I just switched weapons. Yes, 3, and now I'm 2 out of 3. One more.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Should have had that one. Dude, I don't know if I got it or not. No, I think I'm just leveling up a gun. Dude.
Hell yeah, what's all that?
Oh shit. Dude, I just switched weapons. Give it to me. Did I get it? Dude, I had just switched weapons and killed that guy. Oh, God. I switch a weapon as soon as I see somebody. Headshot. Boom. Tell me that was right after I switched weapons. Yes, finally. God damn, I got it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh. I should switch back to my fucking gun. I'm not too crazy about this one. Oh, my bad. Where'd that guy go? Dead. I got him. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm checking it. I'm checking right on you. Okay, I got somebody down there. Ooh, I just almost made it around that corner. Boom. My bad, Nick. That was me. Oh. Dude, the laser is making headshots a lot easier for me. Holy shit. Oh, dude, I got the last kill.
Hell yeah.
19 kills, bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no, I can't believe it. On this round.
Dave C.
Oh, they
Fishing.
didn't give me the final kill.
Nice ambush.
Thank you, Dave. They didn't I got two guys right in front of me and they didn't give me the last kill. It's crazy.
Dave
But-
C. Fishing. You murked that round
Bro,
LMAO.
dude. Wow, man. Maybe it's using those two weapons helps me a lot. I don't know. +1 daily challenge, seasonal challenge, match kills.
Jesus, fire operator kill. Down and see what's your suit on your screen.
What's that?
I can look down and see what's your state on your screen.
Oh. Let's see what the map's gonna be. Zarqwa Hydroelectric. Yeah, I was using the Raw MG and the Cinder Hurricane.
The new ISO 45, pretty nice, man. Yeah. Got it.
I really like that laser, but that may have only been in that dark that I could see it like that. I'm going to try it again. Alright, here we go. Oh, I can't see the laser on this one. What? Dude, no laser? What good is that? Oh, dude. No leisure? I'm so confused right now. I guess we all had laser scopes on that last round or something? Like everyone had them or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta center it up under the guy and stop from that one.
Oh, two guys right there. God
Dave
damn,
C. Fishing.
My aim was totally off.
You don't have to reload as much with that gun, you think.
God, man. God, there was another one there. God damn it, man. I come up on the whole team. Don't even realize it. Ah, man. Good job. Whoever got that dude. Oh, yeah. Got him. Got that fucker. He's sniping right there every time I come around that corner. So I'm just fucking expecting him. Whoa. Dude, he got me from there after I... Wow, that was weird. Okay, that's not what I saw. That's weird. Look at that fucker's trying to creep up on my boys. I knew that shit was coming. Oh, my bad. Fuck. God bless America. I saw that guy. But I saw him and then I fucking zoomed in and I lost him. Nick. Oh, a fucking grenade. That doesn't help. Forget I got grenades. Oops, and this doesn't help either. Dude, he turned fucking blue. What the
Dave C.
fuck?
Fishing.
Dude, that was bullshit.
Now you're spawning by the enemy.
Dude. Where'd that fucker go? Ugh. Oh my goodness. Good. Thank you. Whoever did that, thank you. Oh, I keep throwing grenades. I keep forgetting. I have grenades. Oh my god. With this setup. God bless America. What is wrong with me? I should have had that guy. Oh, no. Why did it stop shooting, dude? What happened? No, dude. The gun just stopped shooting. It fired 2 bullets and just stopped. Dude, We are seeing two different versions of what's going on, I'm afraid, man.
Dave C. Fishing. Ha ha ha, WTF, you're like lagging.
I know, right? Where's your buddy at now? You're always together. Where is he? Watch out, Nick. You're sneaky as fuck, bro. They're sneaky.
Got the one that was laying down.
Okay. Ah, I think I just got 2 kills. What? With iron sights, bro. Oh, look at this corner boy. Oh, my God. Corner boy. Cornering in the corner.
Little Trump hiding in the doorway.
Where's little corner boy? I'm looking for him now. There he is. Got him. Corner boy. Corner boy. Up, down, I think. Alright, Nick, what do we got, buddy? What do we got? Always somebody comes up here when I go around the corner right here.
Another behind us.
Okay, okay. I got a hand grenade.
Oh, on top of that little chapel. Whatever the hell that thing is.
We're all, dude, are we spawning on this side now?
Yeah.
Maybe throw a grenade out there, huh? Maybe I get lucky. Oh! Oh, shit! They're coming. They're coming down this way. Oh my God. Oh shit. He's down. That's good. That's good. It's a good thing. This guy's laying down. He's down. Oh, there's another guy in there where I was. Okay. Roger that. Roger that. Oh! Oh my boy. That didn't feel very good. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of them.
Off the top.
Whole bunch of them over here. Throw a hand grenade that direction.
Got SA.
Hand grenade. Ah. Let's see. Where's a whole bunch of them at? Ah. Hand grenade again. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. Come on now.
One more kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got it.
14, dude. You're number one.
Hell
You're number one on our team, on the winning team, bro, with 32 kills.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, people. That's who you're watching. You're watching the winners.
Oh.
Nick the Stick got the final kill. Boom. Oh my goodness, that's just how it goes.
Hell yeah.
We got a good kill death ratio too for that. There is some lag every once in a while. Huh. What's causing that? 13. All right, I am calling this, guys. I'm done. Thanks for watching, Nick. Thanks for playing. We had a lot of fun here.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Everybody take care, and we will see you on the next show. Meanwhile, I'm at Nate's Garden on Twitter. Look for me there.